Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm good. I've had to go to the doctor a ton recently. Like
a ton?
Yeah, like a lot.
Is it still for your injured booby?
It's been my chest. It's been a couple of things, and it just has reminded me about other times and made me think about other times I've been to the doctor.
Oh God, we've never really talked about this, and I'm sure you have experiences that are going to baffle me.
Yeah, but these like won't be my fault though. These are because I show up in a doctor's office to be doctored. Like I don't.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have any control over what happens
One doctor,
next.
please.
Yeah. So I was even telling some friends today about how at my old doctor's office. This place was not good. Okay. So the doctor was good. I had a good doctor. I'm not going to sit here and act like I am a good doctor. The staff at the office made it feel like by the time he got to me, I wasn't at the doctor. Does that make sense? Like
you're more at a DMV than a doctor's office.
So this doctor's office that I went to, okay. So when I was in Chicago, right? I'd go to the doctor a couple times. One time I had strep throat. Like it would be stuff that was like not too serious, but still you should go to the doctor, right?
You gotta get some meds. Strep throat, you'll live. You need some antibiotics.
Yeah. And so I remember, I was like insanely sick with strep. That was the worst strep I've ever had. And luckily, my mom also came to Chicago at the time and was like nursing me back to health.
Aww.
But when I went to the doctor, okay, first of all, I get there because I don't know how to pick a doctor. I'm not out here like knowing what doctor's good or if. And then it was at a time where I had good insurance but not great insurance. So then my insurance didn't cover a bunch of people, and it was just it was wild. So I find a doctor that's like within my network or whatever is going to be pretty cheap with the copay. Mm-hmm. I roll up to that doctor, and first of all, from the outside, the place did not scream health. Like, there's just something about when the bricks coming off the brick building. Yeah. Like when the bricks are chipped hard, it looked like somebody had been carving the bricks. So then I remember
Someone's
walking
been trying
in
to get into this hospital.
Yeah, I remember walking in and being like, I'm clearly in the wrong office, but I'll at least ask them where the office is, right? Mm-hmm. And the first question I was asked when I stepped inside and stood at the receptionist desk was, what?
I don't know. That would also make me kind of feel like this is maybe a really good doctor's office.
Nah, not at all. So then she said, what? And I was like, oh, I'm here for my appointment, right?
Yeah.
And then she says, what appointment? As if no one has an appointment today. Like
right. As if that's not a thing they do there.
Yeah.
That's not a service they provide at this specific doctor's office. No appointments.
I'm not
Walk-ins
even fully
only.
clocking right now that she's being rude. Like, it's not even occurring to me that this person is being insanely rude. Because right now, all that's actually in my head is like, I feel terrible.
Right.
I just want to be seen by somebody that can help me, right? So I'm not even giving any attitude back. I'm genuinely just like, she says, what appointment? And I go, the one at 9:45. like it's not registering with me that she's like attacking me. You know what I mean? Like she, because the what and the what appointment were not friendly.
Yeah.
And so she's like, what appointment? I was like, the one at 9:45. And then she stares at me for a second, and then she just goes, okay.
I don't know. I kind of love her. She's kind of my favorite.
And so then I'm standing there. I'm like, so am I supposed to fill anything out or like? She said yes. It was like, this is insane. Dude, this is a horrible experience. I hope she's never at anybody's deathbed, because that would be truly tragic. Am I dying? Yes.
And then you bring the filled form back up, and she's like, "You're still here?"
Yeah.
What?
I gave you that to get rid of you. And so she gives me the forms. I sit down. I'm filling out the forms.
Oh, yeah.
There's no one else. Like, okay, I genuinely feel like I'm the first person at this doctor. Like, I feel like this is his first day of being a doctor. This is first like day with the office. Like, the team's all here for this day, right? And and so I fill out the papers, and I fill out the papers, I give them back, and then she's like, "You can sit back down because it's gonna be a while." And not even in a way.
You meant 9:45 today?
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel terrible, but I still haven't fully clocked it of like just how terrible this person's being, and so then
because you just want to die.
I feel horrible. So
anyone can say anything to you in that state.
Dude,
and you won't catch it till maybe a week later.
I clearly didn't catch it until 7 years later, because we're just now talking about it. When you're sick enough, things don't register like that for you.
No, not at all.
So then she tells me it's going to be a while, and I just, out of like desperation, I just ask her like, "Oh, because it's like 10 now," because it took me a while to get the forms. Like, she gave me the forms after a couple minutes. Then it took me some time to fill them out. So I was like, "It's 10." And then she was like, "I don't know what you want me to do about that."
Yeah.
I was like, geez. Okay. All right. And then she tells me, she just offers it up as extra information. The doctor not here yet. And so I just go sit down, and I've got my hands.
He got a red eye back from Vegas. He's not here yet.
Dude, I have my hands in my head because I'm genuinely, like, I'm really scared I'm gonna die, right?
Well, because you probably got a fever. If you got strep, usually that comes with it. So you're probably just sitting there, probably looking like you're dying.
Dude,
and this is still the attitude that she's giving you.
I am like, I look like I make juice right out of my own skin. I'm sweating so much. It's like it. That is a
sentence
wet.
I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with the sentence. I look like I make juice.
I look like I make juice out of my own sweat, and it is ripe season. Okay, dude, I'm pouring sweat. I've never been wetter in my life, right? Like,
you got streams shooting off you like a character crying in an anime.
You could slide me up and down a sidewalk. I have so much sweat. And so I'm just sitting there feeling like horrible. I've got my head in my hands. I'm like kind of ready to cry, but not. I'm not there, right? And then this guy busts through the doors, like just bust in.
Yeah.
This dude busts in, runs past reception, everything, and it was like startling the way that he ran in. And in my head, I was like, I kind of hope that's not the doctor, because he also had a trench coat on, and the trench coat what's the difference between a trench coat and a duster?
I guess I'm not entirely sure. That's a good question.
Okay, basically, whatever he had made it look like he had a whole coat behind him that was when he was running. So it basically just looked like he had a cape. But this dude busts through the doors, runs to the back of the office, and so I'm sitting there for maybe, had to be like 10 more minutes. And then another nurse comes in, right? Into the waiting room, and she's like, "The doctor will see you now." And I go with her. She's like, "Come with me." And I go to the room. There's no doctor in the room, right?
Right.
It's just, I understand the lingo though of like the doctor will see you now, see you soon sort of thing. But then my tech that's like doing all of the vitals and like checks the blood pressure, everything.
Right.
This dude is sick. This dude is sick. All right. I'm feeling terrible. This dude is dying. All right. This man's sick. Because then I get in there, right? And so my man is like sitting there typing. Okay. And he's typing at the keyboard, just like typing away, which anytime they're not asking me anything and I gave them the form and they're still typing, I don't know what that could be for. Because this is my first time at this doctor. So maybe he's starting a file for me, whatever, right? But as he's typing, every time he talks, this man can't stop coughing, right? Oh, God. And this dude coughing hard. Like he coughing from the bottom of his belly, okay?
From the diaphragm.
This dude,
theater training.
This dude is coughing, okay? So he's asking me like questions I've already filled out on the form.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to not get upset because sometimes that happens and it's so aggravating. Because why did I fill out this form for like 7 pages of this thing as a new patient? And so, he's asking me my birth date again, stuff like that. And some of it he's just confirming. So he must be typing it in.
Right.
And so he's like, birthday, 3/6. Oh! Like the coughs are so long. This dude coughing forever. And then and to the point where I ask him, I'm like, hey, are you all right?
Do you need me to get you something?
Yeah, like are you okay? Because I understand there must be such a dilemma with calling in sick when you work at a doctor's office.
When you work at sick?
Yeah,
when
you work at sick and you're like,
you work at sick.
I'm too sick to be at sick today.
Oh, really? Oh, did you get sick from working where the sick lives? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, sure. Take the day.
So then I can understand my man's inclination to have to come in.
Right, yeah.
Because it's like, what are you going to do,
Yeah, exactly.
And so he's coughing hard. And like honestly, the first time I ever thought about droplets was not COVID. The first time I thought about droplets was this moment. Because this man just infected the whole keyboard that he's on. Because he's coughing so quickly, he's not covering his mouth. Okay. So my man is just like,
good. That's a quality you want in a healthcare provider.
He's like, so your weight is 100 and
oh no, God, just take me.
Like the coughs are punches to his stomach. That's what it sounds like. And then he finally has one coughing fit that lasts for a while. like it was to the point where I was like, do I really need to be in here for this? Because he turned his head to cough and did not stop coughing for what it had to be like 2 full minutes. And 2 minutes is not a long time, but when you're coughing, like I thought this dude was dying in front of me.
If it's coughing, 2 minutes is a day.
Yeah.
Like that's a long time. That's a long time to have no control of your body.
And so then this dude rolls up way too close to me and is like, let me get your blood pressure.
Good Lord.
I was like, all right, like I'm reluctantly putting my arm out, right?
You're trying to lean away as far as you can.
Yeah. I'm like leaning away from him as he's like, and this is the worst part. This is like, clearly they don't have all the resources because you know how there's even those cuff machines at like Walgreens, or at least there used to be those cuff machines check your blood pressure.
Right.
This dude this is an old school from the 1800s. Like he put a stethoscope on my pulse and then just wrapped it real hard.
I thought maybe we'd have the thing around it and he has to like blow it up manually.
No,
like,
no. This dude wrapped it.
It's just a floaty.
Yeah, he put a wrap around my arm and wrapped it over and over again too. Like he get me ready for drugs.
Yeah.
And then it's just listening. And then he got his watch and he's just like, And then this is the thing that I didn't like that they did. He goes, and like you can't have little noises like that.
No, especially that. It sounded like he was asking a question to your pulse.
Yeah, like he seems like
okay.
he's about to guess what my blood pressure is. You can't finish blood pressure with that's an inquisitive.
I mean, something's pumping. So
Yeah. I heard something
good
in
for
there.
you.
So I already didn't like the nonverbal that he did. And then,
oh God, something lives in your arm.
And then this dude, and this is the wild thing as well. He started to do some stuff that just seems like the doctor should be doing it, right? So sometimes I don't know what the official name is. If it's a tech, I think it's a tech that can take the blood pressure and like fill out the form to get ready for the doctor and stuff. So the doctor
I think
can
it depends. There's techs, there's physicians, assistants. I'm not really.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this dude was. Listen,
sick. I live with a nurse, and she's explained these things to me. I don't remember. I don't remember whose job is what. So
yeah. Okay, so then
all I know is everything she tells me about her day sounds gross.
So then this dude and this is ever since I was little, the doctor did this, but hey, it's this doctor's office. I guess he can rule it how he wants.
Right, yeah.
But then this guy, after he gets done with my blood pressure, grabs a popsicle stick and is like, say ah. And I'm like, this man gonna cough in my mouth. Like I'm not doing it. Like y'all go ahead and kill me. Cause clearly you gonna get me one way or the other. Like
yeah.
Like this dude literally said, say ah. And so I'm like, I'm good. Let me I'll wait. I literally told him, I was like, I'll wait. And he's like, what? I was like, no, I'll wait.
I'll get you next week with the ah.
Yeah, I'll wait for the next. I'll wait for other dude to come through and I'll do the ah for him.
I'll literally do it for anyone else.
Yeah, I don't just ah for anybody. All right?
Go get another person in the waiting room. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know you. I'm not going to do it for you.
And so then he's like, oh, okay. Like he's clearly like this has never happened to me before, sort of thing. Like he just like shakes off and he's like, well, can I take your temperature at least? I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then takes my temperature. Clearly I have a fever because I look like fever. Like there's no way I didn't have a fever. If I didn't have a fever, I'd be like, oh, okay, well then I am Aquaman, because no one that doesn't have a fever and a t-shirt on should be sweating this much.
Right, yeah.
It was the first time I've ever sweat like from my forearm.
Oh, yeah.
Like I didn't have sweat running down my arm. I was sweating out of each piece of arm.
It's like remember in the first X-Men movie when that one senator just like dissolves into water?
Yeah.
That's what's happening to you.
And so
how's that for a fucking reference, huh?
I get my temperature taken. Of course, I have a fever. But apparently my fever, I don't remember what it was, but apparently it was so high that he took it out. Because also it was one of those old school thermometers as well. So
okay.
So then my man takes it out, looks at it, and goes, uh-oh. And then just shakes it while he looking at me. After he said, uh-oh. Oh, you dead, all right?
What? I love that you found a doctor's office. Well, you found a doctor's office where not a single person who works there has bedside manner. Like not
crazy.
A single one. Usually maybe one or two, but the fact that every single person in that staff is like, fuck.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody on this staff is the doctor's cousin. Because no one should be hiring them. Okay?
Yeah.
These people, like, it on a regular day, I think I would have walked out. Because on a regular day at reception, I would have been like, this is way too rude for me to not know you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then even with this guy, I'm like, hey, I feel the thing you're saying. So you don't need to say it to me. You know what I mean? So this dude, and then he swayed the thermometer. Look, this is the thing that, just for comedy, this is the thing that killed me that he did, that he doesn't even realize is as funny as it is.
Yeah.
He looked at it, said started to shake it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looked at it one more time and went, oof. This dude pulled out my mouth.
Yeah, that's just straight up comedy business right there. That's straight up.
Then he leaves, right? Doctor comes in. Doctor is like is
covered in blood.
It'd be so funny. Doctor, like I thought,
he runs an out of breath sleeve torn.
That doctor, like I thought, runs in, was the guy in the trench coat. Okay,
right.
And then he immediately walks down and sits at his desk, which is where the tech was typed. Like, in my head, I'm like, do I warn him that he about to get infected? Because, like, that dude coughed all over this stuff.
Yeah.
We start talking, and he's like, tell me how you're feeling, everything. And honestly, the actual doctor was like a good doctor. Like, like legitimately, he's like a good, we talked it out. He told me some of the things it could be. He prescribed some antibiotics and like gave.
Well, good.
He was a good doctor.
He's clearly a good guy because he gave his cousin Dave a job after the auto body shop closed. So
yeah. And it's as I'm walking out that I go back to the reception desk. I'm like, so because also you have to remember, I'm in Chicago. I'm very young at the time, and I've only been to the doctor a couple times without my parents,
Right.
Like I don't think in all the time I was in college, I went to the college nurse a couple times. But I don't think I ever went to a doctor the entire 4 years that I was in college. I could be wrong, but I don't remember going to a doctor. So outside of being in high school and being like at the doctor with my mom when my mom would set my checkup, and then being in college where you could go to the college nurse.
Right.
But like I would also, you're so young when you're in college too, you just let stuff roll off of you.
Yeah. Or, into your 30s too.
Sure. And
I've been to the doctor probably a shockingly low number of times.
Yeah, like I realized in that moment as I'm walking out that this is because basically the doctor was like, she'll sort you out at reception when it comes to the prescription and all stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like where to pick it up, I mean. So then I get up to the front desk and I'm realizing that this is one of, if not the first times that I'm settling all this on my own at the tail end of it,
Yeah.
And so I walk up and I think I have my insurance card with me. I was like super prepared because I just didn't know what would happen if you weren't. Like I didn't know if they would like
you
when
brought your passport,
like like when you can't, that old trope from sitcoms where you can't pay for dinner, so they make you wash dishes in the back.
Yeah.
A part of me was like, if you don't have your insurance card, maybe they just take the health back that they gave you.
Maybe that's how those people ended up working there.
Yeah, they didn't bring their insurance card.
They had no interest in going into medicine.
Hey, we're going to need you to check some tongues if you don't have your money, all right?
Yeah, he had come in that morning because he was very sick but couldn't pay his bill.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, you're handling the next guy then.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
And so then I'm going up to the desk again, and the woman... the woman is not happy to see me. I just look like I got a question, you know. She's immediately upset.
Here you come with your face again.
Mm-hmm. And so basically I walk up and I'm like, so is there like what do I owe you, sort of thing. I'm trying to be like jolly about it still, because I find that even with rude people, you win them over eventually if you just don't break.
Yeah. If you stand firm in being cordial.
Yeah. Eventually,
they'll usually at least they'll soften at least.
Yeah, there's a tenseness that you can see lift off with a lot of people. That's not everybody. Some people are evil.
Some people are evil, and they won't necessarily be like nice, but they'll be less mad at you.
Yeah. And so then I asked, like, what do I owe you? And she was like, I don't know. And now that I'm not dying, now that I know that, okay, this is strep, and like I'm gonna get antibiotics, and I've had strep before, so I'll feel better, all because of all that stuff. Now I like, as far as a mood, I really can't be touched now, because like now I don't have the desperation of thinking I'm dying, but I also don't have the I guess like the fear enough to be distracted.
Yeah, and so you dodged your mouth getting coughed in, so you're feeling good. You're feeling like the day's coming up, Joshy.
I'm actually optimistic now. So now she really can't touch me. And I was like, oh, well, if you don't know, maybe it's all the house. Like just a little joke in there, right? And she was like, that's not how this works.
It gets to a point where you just want to be like, ma'am, what is your job here?
Yeah.
Why are you here at all?
Ma'am, you should just fight the next person you see, because it would be way quicker than what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Everyone would know the deal at least.
Yeah. So then
how do I sign in? Well, first you got to go fight that lady, and then someone will come get you.
So then she looks up the closest pharmacy next to me, make sure that that's where I can pick up my prescription. And she's like, we'll have to let you know about the bill and everything. You got to check with your insurance. This is like a thing that I found funny. I don't even know if they're like allowed to ask this, but this is like her last thing as I'm walking out, right? Like this is like her last jab, okay? Is like, I was telling her, oh, this is where I live, so this is the pharmacy closest to me, everything. She's like, okay, I'll send it there. And then I was like, so for the bill, and she's like, we're gonna have to check with your insurance, okay? Do you have good insurance? And then I said that I was like, oh, I don't know. And then she was like, well, if you don't know. I was like, okay, wow.
Was this like an ex-girlfriend of yours and you didn't recognize her? Like,
it was crazy, man. It was like
so mad at you.
It was one of those things where I was almost like, I hope she doesn't have the power, and I don't think she does, but I hope she doesn't have the power to poison my drugs. Like,
right.
But yeah, no, it was a busted. And then also the waiting room in this doctor's office had too many lights out. Like,
yeah,
like when I sat down, I'm not saying I don't love fluorescent light, so I'm not even saying that there can't be a little mood lighting. I'm not saying that it has to be completely blasted with fluorescent bulbs. Yeah. All I am saying is that if you're going to have them, have all of them, just as an option.
Yeah.
Because there were some that were clearly out.
Right. Because there's having some lights turned off, but then there's noticing when lights don't work.
Yeah.
And if no one's got the time to change a bulb,
they're
going to be pretty willy-nilly with that needle.
Jeez.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, no, but it was terrible. Luckily, I healed up.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, the emotional scars never healed, but the strep went away.
Yeah, the strep went away.
but the receptionist left a mark on your insides.
I did actually forget about them for a long time, so I guess it did kind of heal. I forgot it happened, but yeah. No, I've been going to the doctor a lot. You know? Yeah. So I'm just over here doing my best, trying to stay healthy and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, not to get into your medical history, but like how often you go into the doctor? You just there quite a bit?
I mean, I haven't even been keeping track, but I feel like at least, I could be wrong about this because LA broke it up quite a bit because I didn't obviously go to the doctor when I was in LA.
That's true. Yeah.
But before I went to LA, and since I've been back from LA, which has not been long, I think I've been, it's starting to feel like once a week.
Jeez.
Yeah. And it's like, sometimes it's a checkup on the last thing and sometimes it's a different thing. Like, I mean, who knows? You might end up wanting to cut this, but I had to get a sonogram today.
Okay.
And so the sonogram was just to make absolutely positively sure that my balls are normal. All right. So just to make positive.
Let's get into this.
Well, basically, there's not very much to tell, but basically, when they were doing it, in my head, I was like, man, this is like the worst time to find out if something's wrong. Like literally your pants are down, you know?
You'd hope they'd let you get yourself right before they drop the bomb.
Yeah, and I'm like, they're
just gonna look down at your balls and be like, yeah, those are busted.
I'm genuinely laying back, and you know the person who's operating the sonogram is like, I'm so tense because I'm trying to be still. Because when I had to have my MRI, they were like really stressing, hey, you have to be completely still. Yeah, we have to restart. Yeah. And I didn't know if the sonogram was the same. So I'm trying to like be so still that I'm tense in the face. Like I can feel my face tensing up because I'm like, don't move, you idiot. Like just be still.
Don't wiggle your balls.
And it's to the point where I'm like so tense that the person stops and they're like, Are you okay? Like, are you all right? Because are you in pain? Because your whole face is clenched. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I was just like trying to be still for you and everything. Yeah. Trying to help you. And she was like, you don't have to be that still. Like it's fine. Like I moved the thing. So, you know, the first half of it, I'm just like, it's like for basically the first half of the entire thing, I was like rigid still, so just clenched up. And then I relaxed a bit. And you know, I don't know if I guess they take pictures as they go.
Okay.
For the sonogram, because it seemed like there was typing while the tool was moving or whatever. And then I'm like so in my head the entire time. Because when I walked in, I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. But then when you're getting a test done, you start to think, what if something's wrong with me?
Absolutely. When a test is being done, you can convince yourself you have anything.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to find out, that's when. And so you're having the test done.
Yeah, I'm also just like, I'm once again getting really in my head, going every which way with it. It's to the point where genuinely I let my mind race enough through enough scenarios that in my head as I'm laying there, I've already got my affairs in order. Like, I'm like thinking about my funeral, like just like, oh man, I think a lot of people wouldn't make it because like who does destination funerals, you know?
Hey, I'd fly out, man.
You know, but then also it's like
I am gonna say it's a show though. So, I mean, if you get so, I'm gonna need you to put in the will that I do a eulogy so I can say it's work and I can write off the flight.
Yeah. But these are the things I was thinking about because in my head I was like, all right, look, I'm not actually from New York, so I don't think I want to be buried here. If I'm buried, then I don't think like I would maybe want Chicago, but I'd be taking up space, and there are people who were like born in Chicago. I don't want to take that from them, but then it would have to be like a Louisiana funeral, which is then like who's gonna fly to my hometown where the airport is only taking in like 4 flights a day, and then you have to make at least one connection, if not 2, to get there, all for a funeral of a guy that was like nice, but like I don't know, and then.
Wow, really middling review for yourself there.
Well, no, I just mean like when you think of a big funeral, you have to have impacted lots of people's lives in a way that's
or just be from a big dumb Catholic family like me.
I guess so, but like
I'll pull in numbers.
You have to have impacted
for sure. Yeah.
So many people that you. What's the best way to put this? It's like even if you impacted like 10,000 people, all 10,000 aren't coming, right? Because there's a flight involved. And because of the day of the week. So I'm like, am I going to be that guy? Am I going to have a weekend funeral? Am I going to mess up people's weekend? Or should I just have a Monday funeral? Because this is the thing. If you have a Monday funeral, people already sad it's Monday.
Yeah.
So let's just get it and you in the same. But then I was like, I want to make a Monday worse. So what if I did a Tuesday? Because now, somebody had to go in Monday, but now they might get a whole day off coming to see me. Right. So I'm doing a last solid for the people that love me.
Yeah.
And honestly, by the time I'm like midways deep into this scenario of like what I'll do, and like I gotta make sure that everybody's taken care of and everything. By the time I do that stuff, the tech is once again like, are you in pain? Because you're making faces again. And I realized I was like making faces for every scenario of like, it can't be like I'm like I'm squinting, like I can't get buried in Louisiana.
Hey man, you good? You look like you're planning your own funeral.
Yeah.
Everything good though? Your balls check out?
No, this is the worst part. So then after all that,
oh shit.
She gets done, and she's like, okay, like you just have to really check your nonverbals when you work in medicine, because I don't know if these okays are like what she's looking at on the screen or just her day because it's early. Like
that's it's her job too. Yeah. So if you're at your job, you're a little more like, okay, let's look. Yeah.
And so then I'm like, she's like, you're good to go. And I put my clothes back on and everything, and I was like, should I throw this? Because they give you a whole setup for it, and I was like, should I throw this away? And she's like, no, you're good to go. And then she goes and sits back down at the computer that she was on for the sonogram, and then she's like, just typing away. And I grabbed the door handle, and as I'm about to walk out, I'm like, hey, I was just wondering, because I was here the whole time and everything. Do I look like normal, or like is anything bad or anything? And she was like, I really can't comment. I'm not the radiologist. So.
Yeah.
And I was like, fair enough. So to answer your question, I still don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully this won't be some sad foreshadowing.
No. I think I'm all right. That would be wild to get a sorry about your balls, King. That would be chaos. That would be horrible.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Oh man. You made me think of one thing though from doctor's office, because I was like, have I had anything weird happen at the doctor's? And just like little things, nothing too big. But there was one that I wasn't here for this, but it was about me weirdly. It was after, this is years ago, but I had done a show like in kind of the area of my hometown. A lot of people came out and whatever. And a friend had texted me, a former student actually had texted me and said that there was two old people talking about my show in the lobby, and just one of them just said, "I'll never pay money to see him again." And I was like, damn, okay. What a brutal review from an old man waiting in a doctor's office. That's what's on his mind, is how little he liked my set.
That is truly wild.
Isn't that awful? Isn't that fucking awful?
That like that's one of those things that is actually like out of a sitcom. Because when you think about it, it would be like if for whatever reason your friend knew two grave diggers and they were digging graves on like a Monday, and they were talking about the show, and he was like, made me wish I was here. Like, just, it's one of those things where you're like, wait, why would they?
When he just texted me out of the blue, I'm like, thanks. Why would you tell me this?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, people truly have no idea what they should and shouldn't tell you sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, like even when it comes to medical stuff, I've had people tell me way too much when I just ask them if they were okay. Like if I know someone went to the doctor and I ask them, you know, are you all right and everything?
Right. Yeah.
I've had people tell me, like, they told me like I was their second opinion.
Yeah.
They went into so much depth that by the end I was like, I think sound like you have it. All right. Like I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a doctor, but you sat up here telling me all that stuff. So I would eat better.
Yeah. Like, I had a doctor start telling me what meds his wife was on. And I'm like, I don't feel like you should be telling me any of this.
Yeah. Yeah, people really let the doctor-patient privilege slip way more than attorney-client privilege.
Yeah. But especially, I don't know if it goes the other way, though. Like
what
him telling me a meds his wife's on, like, I'm not beholden to any doctor-patient confidentiality.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like lawyers are very aware at all times, like, oh, if I tell this person about this thing, I could lose my job. And I feel like even I have friends who became doctors, and they'll tell me stories where I'm like, oof, I don't know if I should know this part.
Yeah. That doctor did end up losing his license to prescribe medicine. So that does all check out, I think.
My favorite. One second.
Oh, I think we froze for a second there.
Yeah.
I see it.
That was genuinely a computer thing because my entire computer freaked out. So that was not.
Oh, okay.
I think that was not just a connection thing.
Well, we've also been having connection lags because we actually had someone from like the internet company in the area show up the other day and just say that like some of the main lines, not even on our house, but some like the main like fiber wire or whatever has been partially eaten by squirrels. So
yeah,
Iowa internet, baby.
I hope they were electrocuted.
I hope so. Oh God.
One of my favorites was this doctor that my friend goes to that's ancient. Like this dude's been a doctor since like bloodletting. Like
he was a doctor so long ago he was also the barber.
Yeah. This dude was a doctor when they had those little crow's masks they would wear during the plague. This dude has he's his doctor, but he also has an arch nemesis.
Oh,
so you will go to your doctor. You will go to this guy who's your doctor, and he will be looking all up in your ear with the tool, right? With the light, looking at your ear, complaining about the doctor across the street.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like this. This I'm into.
But it goes so deep. Like every time he goes to him, he has a story, and every ailment triggers a memory about a time about a time he was at odds with that doctor across the street.
Oh, I bet they opened up practice together and then had a big falling out.
It really does seem like some Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton type stuff, where it's like, oh, he gonna shoot him.
Oh, I like that. I like rival anything across the street is always just very fun, no matter what, because it's always petty. It's always just so petty.
Yeah.
Any businesses that are across the streets and their rivals, but doctors is even better.
This dude
because
hates
they
him.
shouldn't be. It's like when you're trying to examine someone and be I guess a comforting ear for any ailments. You can't be fired up and pissed off about the outside.
Yeah. Yeah. This dude, okay. So my buddy told me that there was this one time that he went to him just for like a general checkup, and he's like an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And I guess he's like a general practitioner. I have no idea. Like, I don't actually understand medicine, so I'm not gonna label anything, because I know that even your doctor that you go to for like everything that refers you to the other doctors will still check your ear, nose, and throat. So maybe that's not all he does. But he had the popsicle stick in my buddy's mouth, right? And as he's looking with the light, so he's looking and he's got the popsicle stick, he's got the light. He's like, I saw you the other day. I saw you, walking across the street. You kept walking, but I was scared you were gonna go in. And he said, when he said I was scared you're gonna go in, apparently he put the popsicle stick a little further down his throat.
Just remember, your life's in my hand.
Like, I was scared you're gonna go in. I was like, is he gonna do? No, but you kept walking. You're a good boy. You kept walking.
But I do know how to alter lab results. Just putting that out there. Putting that out there.
Yeah, it's truly wild. And he apparently, that guy across the street had some like altercation at a conference. So it it runs deep. Like, because he'll be seeing that dude, because I guess that's the same type of doctor. And so he'll be seeing that dude at local conferences. And apparently they had words one time that was not that long ago, because they both old as hell, right? And that's what I really love to see, is old men fight. That's one of life's joys, is when you can watch two old men fight.
Yeah, one of the first things we talked about on this show was your joy of old men fighting.
Especially if it's two old doctors, because that means they're going to know what they broke.
Yeah, they come out with scalpels ready to have a
like
Jets versus Sharks knife fight.
As soon as they land, they know what's hurt.
Yep.
That dude straight up was like going, and I'll have to ask him some more examples, but he would just talk about him so much. He would talk about him more than he would talk about my friend's health.
What was going on? Yeah. Yes, my focus as a practitioner is vengeance.
Yeah. This dude said to him, this doesn't even make any sense because he's an adult, so he wasn't even going to get one. But he was like, there's some type of lollipop that he swears he was giving out to kids first. And then that guy saw him giving out those lollipops, so that he started buying those lollipops. And just the one-upmanship of, essentially, it's like if a Dunkin' Donuts was across from a Starbucks and they just had beef about like, that's our tactic, that's our sale, that's our coffee, whatever.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like with the doctor. I don't even know if the other doctor has a problem with him.
Yeah, it'd be great if that other doctor like doesn't remember him. He's like, oh yeah, from across the street. Oh yeah, you son of a bitch.
The dude across the street talking about, we went to school together.
Yeah. Good guy. Good, just good guy. Full of laughs. Just a fun guy to be around.
A funny story. When we was in school, my wife dated him for a little while. You find out that's what it is. You find out that's what started it.
But a great guy, great practitioner. Honestly, a great second opinion. You go right over there.
You go right over there. He's got the good lollipops, you know.
He's got the good ones. I don't know where he gets them. I remembered something that when I was at an eye appointment, and this is a short one, but this eye doctor I had for a little while, kind of big guy. I think he said he grew up on a farm, just like kind of a big, just kind of like generally kind of burly almost guy. But he would really get, way up on you looking in your eyes. And there was one point where he really slid up, and there's no polite way to put this, but his balls were resting on my leg. I felt them, like on either side of my shin was a testicle, and like he just really like was up on me, and I'm like, this is clearly too comfortable. You feel that, right? You have to feel that.
You have to know that this is happening.
You have to know. I can feel it. I can feel both of them. Come on now.
The favorite thing that I think I've, just for the suspense of it, that I've had a friend go through was when we were younger. One of my friends had to get his his appendix taken out, and met the surgeon beforehand. Just like a little I don't know, introduction, because he was nervous and everything.
Right.
And so met the surgeon maybe a week before the actual procedure was going to take place. Because it wasn't I can't remember why they did it, because it wasn't like it was going to burst and they had to take it out or, whatever. It wasn't like some emergency surgery. It was literally like it kept getting inflamed or something. And so they were like, we'd rather take it out than have you have trouble down the road,
Right, yeah.
There was just something with it where it just kept getting inflamed. Anyway, said all that to say, he meets the surgeon. Surgeon walks into the office where he's waiting. As soon as he walks in, the surgeon falls hard. Okay.
Oh God.
This dude falls so hard and caught some of the desk on the way down. And so he gets up. And he's holding his nose, trying to act like nothing happened, trying to act like, oh, sorry about that, But I'm pretty sure this dude broke his nose.
Oh, froze. Oh, there we go. Squirrels.
I'm pretty sure this dude broke his nose, right?
Oh, no.
And so he gets up holding his nose, but trying to continue the conversation like he's not in pain, okay? And then goes to sit down, almost misses the chair on the way to sit down. Sits down, is talking it out with him, talking about what they're going to do, holding his nose the whole time. So now he's like, you don't have to worry. The recovery time isn't that long. Hand in nose the whole time, right?
Bro, just come back.
Then
just go and come back.
And then he thinks it's going to be a halfway decent idea, whatever, right? To show him it's not the real thing, because that would have been insane, but it's like an animated cartoon of what happens, right? So it's not crude at all. It's not like something that's it's like to put him at ease, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, he has two remotes and he cannot figure out which remote is going to make the TV play the video.
Guy.
And if my buddy was nervous before surgery, that kid went into surgery I'm going to die, because this is the clumsiest man I've ever seen. This dude broke his nose when we met. My life is in his very clumsy hands.
Yeah, that's at the very least you're getting a little bit of his nose blood in you.
That was crazy. And then, obviously he had the surgery and he's fine. But like leading up to it, because he was telling us, he was like, I'm very nervous. And we were like, oh, I've heard of other kids. And he's like, you don't understand. And then he told us a story. And I was like,
right.
Ooh, yeah, you might want to. You might just want to have a lawyer on retainer because you're going to be maimed.
Yeah. To be a clumsy and then to not even be able to properly put on the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You're going home with a watch in your abdomen at the least. At the least.
Man, my right side feels so heavy.
Just keep feeling this little like tick going. Come on.
Yeah. Oof.
A little rhythm inside me. I don't know.
Yeah, every time I lay on my side, I feel like I'm really sinking into the bed.
I do have real quick the difference between a duster and a trench coat.
All right, hit us.
Because I looked it up. It actually gave me a nice little chart, weirdly. But basically, dusters are longer. They tend to go down longer. Trench coats tend to go to like just below the knee. Dusters longer. Duster coat is usually lightweight, full-length coat without buttons. Trench coat is long, loose, double-breasted coat with a belt.
Okay.
So literally the little belt is part of it. Dusters are meant to be worn open. Trench coats are meant to be closed. So that's where dusters, that's why they're cowboy stuff. They're meant to have a little swagger to you.
Yeah.
And dusters usually don't have buttons, belts, and pockets. Trench coats have all of the above. So there you go. That's Logan's research corner. That's a new segment before the mailbag.
I mean, I'm glad we got it. I'm glad we know now. I don't want the people listening to go out into the world ignorant, embarrassing themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. We raised a question, and we intended on answering it. We got to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to listen to the whole show. You never know what questions we'll answer at the end. That's where the knowledge is. That's where it all comes together.
That's where all the juice is.
That's where all the juice is. Speaking of the mailbag that I mentioned, should we open that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. How about we do some reviews from Apple Podcasts? We haven't checked in there in a second. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This first one here, this is bear in mind, this is a 5-star review from Apple Podcasts. This is from username Nastius, which I love. Sounds like the Greek god of nasty. It's the Greek god of stank, Nastius. But 5-star review. The title is Meh. And it says, I honestly couldn't get into it. I'm on my second run-through of the available episodes, and I just can't stop laughing. The two guys hosting could have a bit more of that ShamWow attitude. I'm not really sure what any of that means, if I'm honest.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I think on the second run-through, maybe we're not for everybody. I think if you listen to all of it and then you listen to all of it again, that's the only way to find out if we're really your people.
Now, how do we harness some more of that ShamWow energy? What do you think is missing from the show that's not ShamWow enough?
I think cocaine.
You think cocaine?
Yeah.
I
think cocaine changes the vibe of any show.
Yeah. Okay. 2023. That's the year we do it on cocaine. See what changes. Let's see what's next. This one here is from Fuvdtvh, Fuvdtvh. The title is Hilarious, and it just says, The stories. My God, the stories are priceless. Josh is such a great storyteller, and Logan's laughter is contagious. So hilarious. 5 stars. Thank you for that one. This is from Still Ginger, and the title is The Best Bromance, Hands Down. Josh, would you say we have a bromance? Would you say that? Would you say that on record?
What did the reviewer say?
Okay, he'll answer off mic. Their dynamic is everything. This is one of my comfort shows and helps me to wind down before bed, as well as from panic attacks. They're so ridiculous and lovely, and they're very similar to my friends, if I'm honest. It feels very personable, which I think is the charm. Thank you for that, and I'm glad we help.
Yeah, me too.
If I have panic attacks, I know they suck. I'm glad we can help bring you down from them. And then this one here, this is from Tiger Food, and the title is Listen to Them All. It says, first of all, I'm very thankful to have found this podcast after listening to Josh's stand-up for years, parentheses, although still crossing my fingers to see a show in person. Check our websites. But Josh's stand-up for years to find Logan. Logan is my later life me, and Josh seems to live the life I used to lead. Okay. I'm the old one. Yin and Yang Gang. Oh, I like that. I have found myself spellbound and laughing with you every step of the way. Looking forward to getting on that Patreon and giving more of that support. Thank you so much for that review, Tiger Food, and thank you to everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Tiger Food. Thank you, everybody, for real. This is it's just great to know people are enjoying the show, because we've been doing it for a while now, and the fact that, I don't know, it's just nice that you can put something out there, and then even if it's later, people can find it and really love it.
Yeah, I think that's where, because we have a good group of kind of day ones and diehards who we've gotten to know a little bit, but it's fun when you get reviews like that from people who are finding it now and reaching out, and means the world to us. So thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. I'm also on Twitter at Josh Johnson. And if you still use Facebook, it's Josh J Comedy. But if you're looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get in the mailbag, like some of those people there's two ways to do it. You can either email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com, or you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts there, because not only do we appreciate it and we love reading them, it actually helps our visibility on the platform. So we greatly appreciate it. And one of those reviews mentioned our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have a bunch of bonus stuff there. We have bonus podcasts. We have bonus video stuff. We have live show replays. And also we have some live shows coming up that the two of us are on next week, actually, right? As this comes out, we'll be in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. That's next week, right? The
6th through the 8th.
6th through the 8th.
Sacramento Punchline,
and then at the end of the month, we are going to be in Richmond, Virginia together. I'm sure you have stuff in between that. Do you want to pitch that, or just go to your website?
No, go to the website. You can get the tickets in the show link under this, or the link in my bio on any of the socials.
Yeah. And we put all of our Linktree stuff in the episode bios too, so that will take you to all the stuff we have, whether it's albums or podcasts or whatever.
Have a great rest of the week into the weekend, everybody, for real. And get your checkup, We want everybody to be good out here.
You got to go get checked up. And if you work at a doctor's office, be a little nice.
I think that everywhere I've been except that one place was very good.
That's true.
That's true.
All right, hey, mostly everyone out there, you're doing great. Couple of you, boo.
Yeah. Really one lady, because that dude couldn't help he's sick. You know what I mean? That's just on her. Joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm good. The bird is back, and it's just gonna do this now. Every time I take that train, the bird is there.
The same pigeon from the last episode?
So here's the thing. I feel like it would be crazy for me to just say unequivocally that this is the same pigeon. I don't know that. All I know is that
it's more fun.
It does look the same, and it exhibits the same behavior, and I record it each time like it's the same one. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm slowly becoming this bird man because no one else seems to notice or care. And I'm like, guys, this is the, can I tell you? Okay, so yesterday I was like, guys, this is the same pigeon from yesterday. And then the person that I was talking to was like, I don't know you.
You just said it to somebody?
I just said it to somebody like, man, this is the same picture from yesterday. And he was like, yeah, I don't know you. Or like, I don't have any connection to this.
I love that he just started with that. Just, I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah. Which is fair. It wasn't until he even said I don't know you that I realized I was talking to a stranger. Because you know how sometimes you just take the same commute with like a handful of people? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I get that.
Like I had seen him before.
Right.
And so I thought we could connect. I thought I could both like show my excitement and make a new friend off the fact that this is the same pigeon.
Right.
And he was like, I don't know you.
I don't know you.
And I was like,
sir.
That's very fair. I know we've taken the train kind of together several times, but we have never spoken to each other.
Well, sorry.
And me opening up with this is the same pigeon is not how you start a friendship.
No, especially then your follow-up is be like, oh, sorry, well, I see you taking this route all the time.
Also, my name is Josh. Just
that's
for
a good
when you
start.
Tell the police.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I want you to go ahead and take a good mental picture right now for the description. I'll back up. There you go. Get a good look.
Get a good look. I'll turn around real quick so you can give a full description of what I'm wearing.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So my days have been seeing that pigeon again and again. Also going to the Met. I went to the Met yesterday.
Oh,
and that was really cool. But it did remind me that I had been to the Met. I thought I had never been, and then I got to a couple of rooms and I was like, oh no.
See, what's great too is I know you've been to the Met.
Yeah.
Because last year when Jess and I went, you and Sally talked about when you guys had gone to the Met.
Yeah.
So I know you've been there. You could have texted me.
But I didn't even think, okay, here's the thing. So when I went to the Met the first time, I was just like a kid in a candy store full of art. Like I didn't even have a plan.
I was licking everything.
I was just licking everything. I was touching all of it. I was asked to leave several times, had to sneak back in. So basically, as I'm walking around, the first time I remember much better now, I was just enjoying being there and how big this place is. It's ridiculously huge. And so it is. It's like every time you turn a corner, there's a huge, you're in a different huge building.
And that is true. And it's kind of an easy place to get lost in too. But I just like the idea of you in the Met, which has one of the like best art collections in the country, and just you being like, this room is so big.
Yeah.
Like spinning in a circle.
No, it was.
I've never seen a building so big. How? You were just outside.
Amazing. And so
it's an amazing place.
It wasn't until I got to some of the medieval, like Byzantine art, that I was like, wait, I've seen and it's because they keep the structure the same. So even if the art is changing, they there's that huge gate, that huge gate. So that I was like, wait, I've seen that exact thing before. And then I turned into a room full of art I had seen before. And I was like, wait, oh no, I've been here. Yeah. And luckily though, the first 2 hours that I was there, even though I had been there before, I saw a bunch of art I had never seen.
Yeah. No, it's a massive place.
Yeah.
They have so much stuff in there, because me and Jess, when we went last year, that was our big thing, is that it wasn't until because they were closing down, we were there until 5, and we went to their gift shop quick, and then we started seeing like the prints and stuff or whatever they have there, because usually it's like museums, here's what we have here, and they kind of sell merch based on it. it wasn't until we were going through that we realized, like, oh fuck, they have that here, and we didn't get to any of it because we spent like a full hour just in the Egyptian section because they have like old pieces of tombs and pyramids, which is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But we realized we got stuck in all that like old historical stuff. I mean, it's all historical, but like that really, really old, like actual structural stuff. We did that for so long, and then this time we made a goal. We're like, we are going to get to the paintings. We didn't see any of the Van Goghs. We missed. It's like the most famous thing they have there, and we missed all of it. We didn't even realize. So this time we went back. We stayed focused, and we got to that stuff, and we were literally like a hallway away from all the shit we wanted to see. We just didn't go. We didn't go 3 extra feet. To get to it.
While I was there, and this is what's weird. Clearly, even though a lot of this stuff is priceless, clearly there's a level of care for some pieces more than others, because some pieces have an alarm and some of them do not. And so there was a kid who straight up licked the statue of the 3 Graces. Just imagine you're sitting there appreciating, like, you know, ancient art, like the fact that there's someone who has carved into marble something that has stood the test of time, and you look down and there's just a 3rd grader just running his tongue.
Well, yeah. Remember when we were at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and we just saw that kid who was like ready to climb into an ancient fountain.
Yeah.
He was like standing on part of it and just touching it. And his mom's level of alarm was nothing. She just went, Jeffrey, don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, he's climbing history. Grab him.
Yeah. His oily fingers are going to desecrate this ancient piece of art.
Can I talk quick about the other thing I saw at the Philadelphia Museum of Art? Or rather heard. You remember this.
I don't, but yeah.
When we were there, I went into this little side room where, like, it went to like one of those kind of like recreation rooms. You know, this is what this, you know, whatever would have looked like. And I walk in, and there's a security guard in there.
Oh,
and I see him he's off to the side with his phone. And I just walk into the room, and he's clearly doing speech to text. Because he starts it. And he goes, the dishes, and then he hears me behind him and he stops, but then continues, just goes, the dishes better be cleaned and put away when I get home. And he was clearly sending a threatening text to a family member.
Yeah.
But I love the thinking about not finishing saying it. But then he went ahead, because I was in there. I was right behind him.
The only reason he
decided
didn't
to finish the
curse
threat
was because you were there.
That's probably the gap was probably
yeah.
Because
because then later when I lost you, I found him. So then you were like gone. You were like, because every major cities of art museum is usually just huge. So like the Art Institute in Chicago is huge. Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Virginia Fine Arts Museum, all like take days to get through. Like, and that's only if you're trying to just look, much less read what the artist was doing when they made the piece. So I lose you almost immediately. like
You were just really enjoying looking at the swords, and I was ready to move on.
Yeah, so I was like chilling, looking at swords. I was chilling, looking at like all the stuff. Anyway, I lose you at one point, and there's a room just like the room that you were in. This is a different area, though, I think, that you were in than versus the one I was in, where they've taken pieces that were essentially like the living quarters of that period. And so this guy, once again, is tucked away. I guess he just thinks no one looks in this room, because you can only take 2 steps into the room and look around. You can't actually
because then it's just
a
barrier, and then you're just looking at the still life, I guess, or whatever.
But then he's tucked into the side. And so then when I don't even fully hear what he said. I have like many inferences to what he may have been saying, because it sounded like when I heard him, he had, once again, speech to text, phone close to his mouth, and he was like, "Don't make me break my foot off. And like, it was like the same like through the teeth thing that I imagine you heard, but it was even more mumbly. So it wasn't like the dishes whatever. It was like just amoeba of a threat, just like, don't make me take the back of your leg, and like it was just
this poor security guard. He just wants to find a quiet corner to threaten his family.
Yeah,
that's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he was in stark contrast to the first security guard we ran into. Remember, who was telling us about like the ancient railing, which could absolutely be a lie.
It could be. I also think, this is what I think. I think that guy was told that by a different security guard years ago, and he's repeated it ever since, because it is an interesting fact, and I think it could be true mainly because they are tucked away in a way that people just don't look at them.
Yeah, so there's this one room where then there's this there's like a walkway up there or something. Looks like a staff only area.
Yeah,
and there's this one section of like stone railing, and he's like, that is, I think he said that's the oldest piece of art. Or no, it's one of the oldest pieces actually in the museum.
Yeah,
because it was taken over from some sort of, I don't know, cathedral or something.
Yeah, they took it from a temple.
Yeah, and then just put it there, but no one has labeled it, and it does look kind of out of place. So you're like, maybe, but also, I don't know. And he just tells this story of like, you're not supposed to say this, but it's like, oh, that costs like $7 million or some shit. And I'm like, I don't know if anyone would really. I don't think that really translates. You might be going off of other artifacts from that era or something could be worth that. I don't think just a railing that has been built into a museum now would go for $7 million.
And before we completely drop this topic, just in case it's not resonating with the audience, before we leave it behind,
it's an episode on culture, okay? I don't think we're in the wrong here. Come on.
There were like six pillars, and he said that each one of them costs like $2 million.
Oh, that's right. He was even more specific. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because it was the pillars, right?
It wasn't
the balcony. That's right, because there was like the balcony. Yeah, so there's 4 pillars. Yeah, and each of them were like $2 million.
Yeah, and then
allegedly.
So I bring up this whole thing because I'm even going to the Whitney on Friday.
Oh, cool.
Trying to like really get that culture vibe in. You know what I'm talking about? Get that, all that good reading juices, all that stuff that come out museums, all that like.
See, now this I like. Let's keep talking about art, but let's do it that way.
All that rich, sophisticated feeling you get in your brains.
Yeah. Yeah. Fancy ass pillars.
So basically, when there's a museum of, I think it's contemporary. I'm trying to remember what it is. There's just this museum. I'll look it up right now. This is from my hometown as well, where it's like very small.
Oh, from your whole town. Okay.
Wait a second.
There was also a museum we went to in Philadelphia. While he's looking that up, in Philadelphia, that was very nice. What was it? The what institute? I can't remember the guy's name. The Barnes Foundation.
Mm-hmm. Barnes Foundation.
The Barnes Foundation, which was great, had a great collection. That one was frustrating that nothing was labeled.
Yeah, because that was just a guy's house.
It was his private collection. So it was set up how it was always set up. Very cool museum, very worth going to. But they have this thing where you can scan the art to find out things about it. Which we didn't really get to do because by the time I got there, Josh's phone was about dead and it was draining mine quickly. And we were going to have to Uber to a show that night. So we couldn't really get some good learning in, but we looked at everything. We looked the hell out of it.
This does bother me that so my hometown's museum is the Alexandria Museum of Art, and their website this is chaos. Their website is themuseum.org.
Whoa, they got it early, huh?
They got it so early. And I can't imagine it's full of...
The museum!
I can't imagine it's full of stuff.
God, it'd be great if you went there and it was like a still under construction, like clip art from like 2001.
Because let's see. I mean, there can't be much in here because the price for adults is $5, which is accessible. I appreciate that, but
that's good. Hell, with the art museum I think we have in our town, I think is free. I think it's a give what you want situation.
Anyway, so what we have. Why is the font like this? I don't know. Anyway,
I can't see what you're looking at.
I was trying to navigate what's there right now to see if this was a piece that's always been there. Anyway, there's a story that I heard about a kid on a field trip from a middle school that tripped, and this happens in some museums. Like I'll tell you about the other one in a minute. But he apparently tripped, and his head went like into a painting. So he fully tore it with his forehead. And that's where you're really glad you aren't in the most cultured of cities, because if that had happened in Philly, it'd be your family paying that off for the rest of all of your lives.
Yeah, you all work there now.
That it was in Alexandria means that like y'all owe us.
Someone's got a copy.
Yeah. Y'all owe us one more printout.
Well, didn't your mom almost destroy a Picasso? I know we talked about it on the show, but wasn't that what it almost was?
Yeah, But that one was on like an easel in a gallery for sale. It's like, why is this not protected? This is
Yeah. And even a Picasso too that's more contemporary, that's not going to be the same as like a Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Those are different levels.
And then
of your life being ruined.
Did you see the kid? I can't remember where this happened, but there was a kid who tripped. First of all, he already had a soda in his hand, so it's like already whoever's supposed to be watching him needs to be
in a museum.
jail.
You're not allowed to go near the art with drinks. I didn't think
so. He already has a soda in one hand, and then he slips like off of nothing, like slips in the way that only a 14-year-old's legs can slip. You know, like when you're like a teenager, your early teens, and your body is just dumb. Mm-hmm. Like it's just so stupid. Like somehow it can't figure out gravity. It made me mad.
For me, it wasn't quite when I was a teenager. It was a little younger than that.
I don't know. But this kid was like 13, 14. That's why I say it. But basically, he slips, not even walking. This is what's so crazy. Like you'll just see teenagers sometimes, especially when I did community theater, like lighting for community theater. And so you have to be around the kids who are in the program, who have parts in the play. And some of them will just fall from standing up.
Oh yeah, no, my nephew is 12, and his ass will just fall right over.
Yeah, so this kid slips and goes to catch himself against the wall. Against that wall is a painting that he puts his hand through.
Oh, good.
I think
and then throws the soda, and it gets everything else in the room.
Yeah, I mean, well, the soda actually didn't leave his hand. The soda was the thing he was most responsible with. It was his own limbs that were the problem.
I thought for sure the soda was going to be the problem, but he had control of the soda.
Let me see. Kid destroys painting. 1.5 million.
Oh no! What did he destroy?
Let's see what it is.
Was this in Alexandria, or where did you say this was?
I didn't say where this one was. I think this was in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was a flower oil on canvas that was 350 years old.
Jeez. Huh.
Like, if I worked at a museum and I saw a clumsy kid coming, I would just be like, we're going to give you the virtual tour. Honestly, if you're gonna walk into a museum, or like if you're gonna be, you should have to do a straight line.
Hold you. I'm gonna hold you in control.
Yeah,
I'll point you at stuff, but from now you don't get to use motor functions in this room. Mm-hmm. But since we're talking about destroyed art, can we just take a quick second to remember how glorious it was when that lady fucked up that painting of Jesus? Yeah, see, it's delightful to remember.
So for those that don't know, that was a restorer, right?
She was supposed to be restored.
So for those that don't know, when you are going to a museum, especially if it's a museum with like truly priceless works from like antiquity, you will usually see some restoration. And if you've got a real eye for it, you can pick out what's been restored and what hasn't. Most things from like BC should be very faded. If they're not faded, then there's been some heavy restoration in them. And there's even some, like, you know, not to put them on blast or anything, because I really enjoyed it and I'm going to go back. So I'm just going to keep going back to the Met as often as I can until I know my way around and can finish, like, feel like I've finished looking at certain exhibits. But in the Greek, so you were on the Egyptian side. On the other side of the museum on the first floor is the Greek and Roman sections. And in those sections, there are a couple of Greek pots that look like downright cartoonish in the way they've been restored. Like, some of them look good and some of them they've traced well, but you can tell where it was just so faded that they couldn't trace, that they just made up a face.
Yeah.
Because there was one that, so, and this will only work if you see the video of the podcast, which is on YouTube, by the way. So there was one of them where it's a pot that has aspects of the Trojan War in it. So you see Ajax, you see Achilles, you see all these people. And then there's a random person, which maybe this person had no historical significance or no significance to the Iliad. So maybe it was just supposed to be an extra soldier. But it's like Achilles looking fierce. It's Ajax looking like inquisitive. It's like, you know, I don't know if they were in battle with Hector or not. But then there's just this one character off to the side that's getting stabbed. And the face they're making is just like, like the eyes are like too wide. The eyes are like,
oh no!
It was insanely cartoonish, and the ink looked wet, like it looked like they just did that.
Hey, do you have that restoration done? We're about to open.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was too much.
Yeah, because like most restoration is like, you know, cleaning and stuff, kind of trying to just spruce it up. But
that Jesus,
that Jesus painting, she's like, let me just freehand it. let me go ahead and just
wait. Let me find it, and then put it in the show notes. We need to put like a link to it in the show notes so people can.
Maybe I'll make it like on Spotify. It shows the different like episode pictures. I can just make it the.
Can I tell you that when you type in Jesus, we're talking top 8 result is painting restoration.
It was beautiful.
Okay, all right. So
that's a piece of art that I want to buy. Like, that's an interesting thing. Like, I'm not really a religious arts guy, but I would hang that on my wall in a second.
Okay. I love how one of the first results in it when you look it up on YouTube is bungled restoration attempt destroys painting. And it's just, I'm assuming either someone who's upset or the restorer next to the painting like being interviewed. But just so you know, so you can follow along if you've clicked in the show notes or in the description of the YouTube video.
What?
No, a video? A link.
Oh, I was just gonna put a picture of it somewhere. Okay, you have to send me this link then.
Yeah, but if you, this is all neither here nor there. But basically, for them to see it, they'd have to click something in the bio of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're saying the same thing.
No, I didn't know you were sending to a link to a video. I was just going to post the picture.
Oh yeah, I'm not sending a link to a video. I'm just saying early in the results on Google is when you go to Google Images, there's a video that's just like bungled restoration attempt.
Yeah. It's funny too that they then just showed the world. I don't know. At that point, if she would have showed up with that, that restoration, I've been like, oh, oops, looks like we lost this one.
Okay, so
there's been a heist.
For people looking at it right now, and for those of you who are yet to look at it, the initial one, you can tell it needs some restoration because there are whole pieces of the paint that have chipped off, and there's a lot of white in the overall painting that is just like indicative of aging.
But now this is the original picture, not the messed up one.
This is the original picture.
The original picture.
The original picture
looks like the subject it's supposed to look
and
like.
Jesus's head is tilted. You see the crown of thorns on his head, and it does look a little bit, whether from aging or from the original painting, it does look a bit like Jesus has been punched in the eye. All right, like that is he's really giving his good side hard.
Right.
And it's a bit thick. It's a bit fat.
He's trying to look his best, but he's wearing the crown of thorns means he's having a no good, very bad day. Jesus Christ, no good, very bad day.
This is not the day to get a selfie, you know, like this is
but he's trying to give
busy.
his good side.
All right,
he's turning the other cheek because that's the one they have not punched yet, so he's trying to just get a good picture of it.
The restoration can only be described to me as Elmo in blackface. But the blackface is actually pretty tan. Like, it's just like this looks. This is.
I gotta bring it up now.
The art is so bad that it looks a little racist. Like,
yeah. It's got a Muppet vibe to it. There's a definite Muppet. I love. The story's like, what, 5 years old?
Yeah.
It just popped back in my head. It's so delightful.
Because also...
No, 2014?
They fully smeared the mouth. So the mouth is so smeared now that it looks like Jesus doesn't have a mouth. They moved the beard to way under the chin. So the beard that Jesus did have is no longer in the right place. And the nose has been reconstructed to give like a what is it, Wallace and Gromit?
Reconstruct is a very nice word for what they've done here.
His
eyes are black too. Look at his eyes.
And also,
and they made like the pupils white.
Whoever did this is an atheist. Like, who
I was gonna say they're either drunk or were trying to make a statement.
Yeah,
or both.
The only way this could be more disrespectful is if they wrote on the actual painting, "Is this your king?" Like,
you know, maybe it's trying to put you in the moment. It's trying to actually take you back then, because like, you know, they didn't have glasses back then, so this painting is from the point of view of someone who can't see shit, and Jesus was right there, and they didn't know it. Not a lot of people do, you know, perspective. We don't think about that a lot in religious art, you know?
Like, this person botched this painting and then went on to be and when I say mild, I mean the low side of mild. Like, if we're talking to Taco Bell sauces levels of success, the extra mild, right?
Right. And I'm sending you a picture right now where just someone did a goof where it was restored to look like It's Pat from SNL. And it just made me laugh.
That is funny.
That's pretty good, right? I know these are all visual bits, but
wow,
that one entertained me. Well, I think that's the culture segment.
We should actually call this episode, like, in parentheses or in brackets, the episode should say visual companion. And then just have a link to everything we've talked about so people don't get lost.
Yeah. No, I'll make a little, we'll have some things for people to look at. But yeah, no, this is the JJS audio tour is what this is.
All right. All right, one more.
I would love to do that. I would love for us to record a tour for a museum. That's an episode we should do.
Just an episode. Man, this dude look like Gandalf.
Yeah, because Josh and I would say we do a 50-50 every time we go to a museum is us really discussing art we like and techniques we like, and then the other half is us just roasting the hell out of art and how people look in art.
Okay, wait. I'm sending this to you right now, and we'll just add this one to the list. This is another botched restoration. It's the botched Virgin Mary painting.
I did see that one right underneath.
If just to describe it for those of you,
she looks like a thumb with eyes.
Yeah. They gave her the full like Ermagerd.
Ermagerd the Virgin Mary. Like, I don't like. You can't get work again if you do that, right?
Let me tell you, I can't draw. All right. But I at least have the integrity to not take a job where it is my duty to redraw a master.
Yeah. Because it looks like they asked me. It looks like they asked me, hey, can you restore this picture of Jesus? And we need it done today. That's what you're going to get.
Also, I'm very sorry. We don't have any more oil. You're going to have to use crayons.
Yeah. And they're pretty filed down already. So good luck.
Yeah. Can I tell you? Ooh.
Someone send us some art that will restore.
So when I tell me if you experienced anything like this. I'm trying to remember where this was, but when I was little, there was a kid who had the full box set of is it 128? I think it's 128 crayons with different colors with a pencil sharpener in the back. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We had one of those, yeah.
This kid was styling on everybody early in the year.
Yeah.
And by like the spring, maybe right before summer started, he had whittled down every crayon more than I can even, like, I honestly.
Every crayon?
Dude, every crayon. Because I think what he was doing was he just did not like any, this was his flex. Every time he popped that box of crayons open, they were all sharp. They were all like fully, like pinpoint sharp, ready to go.
Gotcha.
Fine point crayon coloring. Okay. And to his credit, he was actually like a pretty good at drawing. Like I remember looking at his drawings and being like, oh yeah, I can't do that. Like
I was gonna say, if all of his crayons are filed down and then he's shit at drawing, then you've got like he's eating those.
Yeah.
He's sucking on those crayons.
And so
that's why they're so low.
And so then this kid, this is wild. Okay. So then this kid has filed them down so much that they can't really, like, he lost one in the sharpener because it got too short to sharpen. So then he was just turning it with his thumb to try to like turn it and sharpen it, but then it just got stuck. There's no way to get it out now.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if then like just cut his finger open or something.
No, they made it so you couldn't do that.
Listen, this is a Josh Johnson story. I'm not sure where the turn's coming, but I get ready.
And so this kid had got to the point where all of his crayons, he finally had to take the paper off of each crayon because it was like they're whittled down that much. And he, by the end of that box of crayons, he just had a box of beads. Like he was literally rolling the crayon against the paper to get the color off and to color. And I had never, like, this kid was such a genius to me. It had never occurred to me that could even happen.
Yeah.
Like he was like fully just dragging the little beads of crayon across the paper, and then was like doing low key like 6-year-old masterpieces. Like
that sounds like he got the most out of that pack more than anyone else.
Yeah,
because he had all those crayons and that sharpener. And listen, all of us who had it, usually it's like it's cool to bust out, and then you lose crayons, and then you get something stuck in the sharpener, and then you just kind of have like a loose pencil case of crayons because you're done with the box. This kid though sounds like he took care of that box, really used these crayons, and used them well.
Do you remember the what was the company that made the really hardcore like number 2 pencil colored pencils?
I mean, I think there's a bunch of them, but
it may have still been Crayola. I have no idea, but basically
they make some number 2 pencils.
There was a kid who went to steal another kid's colored pencils. And this was like, obviously we're talking like playground rules. This is a no-go, right? This is like off jump. All right. You're getting touched up if you touch my colored pencils, much less try to steal the whole pack.
You can ask, can I borrow that colored pencil? But you have to be prepared for the answer to be no. Yeah. I need that one.
And so this kid swiped all the colored pencils off this kid's desk and started running, right?
Damn. That's like, in middle school terms, that's like having sex with someone's wife. You've created a situation here.
And so then, kid takes off after the other kid, and we're already not the most coordinated because we're all young. But in a sometimes something happens where it pulls almost like a divine instinct out of you that you didn't know you had. And this kid, because he can't catch up to the kid that stole his colored pencils, he gets just close enough to him that he makes a big bet, and he just fully swipes one leg. Like, just like catches up to him enough to trip him. Swipes one leg. The kid who's got like the colored pencils, I'm trying to remember how he was holding them, had the colored pencils. Like, either, I can't remember if they were against his chest or all in his hands, but either way, he's holding them kind of like this, and he trips and lands on all
like this.
Of them.
He means has them like in his hands over his chest for the listeners. Falls on them and double staked his chest.
Completely just like really impales a couple pencils.
See, I knew someone was going to get impaled soon. That's why I felt it with the crayon story. I felt it coming. I felt the chaos building.
And then he rolled over. So he lands and he's like, oh, just from landing, right? He's like, you ever, remember when you were a kid and you get so hurt you didn't cry? You were like, I need to breathe through this situation. Like, you don't even.
Yeah. You were stunned that feeling existed.
Yeah. And so this kid rolls over, and we just see a bunch of colored pencils like in him, right?
Oh God.
And not like deep, like he's not gonna die or anything, but just like really they stuck. They were sharp. And so then he rolls over, and the kid who was chasing him turns around and was like, you could keep him. Just
and the kid laying on the ground is like, I won, and puts his hands up, and all the pencils are still sticking out of his chest.
Nobody wants your blood orange,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. All of these, the color is blood now.
Yeah.
It's not green anymore. That's blood.
Yeah.
You've made this pack all one color now.
Oh man. Just to keep
our very classy episode going.
No, I'm not gonna tell that one. I'm gonna wait.
Wait. No, come on. What do you wait for? What?
Okay.
What are you saving them for?
Just basically. Did you ever see that video got passed around back in the day in like 2007, where this guy was like bugging his friend, and his friend finally gets up. They're in a college dorm, and his friend gets up and then throws some scissors at him.
I don't know if I've seen this
okay. Well, he throws the scissors at him, and a lot of people thought the video was fake, but he gets up, finally gets annoyed, throws the scissors at him, and the scissors go like right into the kid's arm, but there's no blood. They're just in there. And that's why people were like, oh, this is fake or whatever, because you see him throw him, but whenever it would have hit him was like slightly off camera. And a lot of people also think it's fake because we hadn't reached that level of fake prank technology yet in 2007. Like in 2007, if you saw something go down online, it was probably really happening.
Yeah.
Like nobody was faking World Star videos.
No, they were just
that's a person who actually got knocked out. Like,
yes.
And so that one,
I suppose if you throw it well enough too, that's holding in the blood, you know. If you have that in your arm.
The way that it stuck him, and then that guy was also like too hurt to be like screaming or upset. He just went, dude. He just kept saying dude over and over, and then another guy is like, hey, so should we like call an ambulance or anything, or like.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that one.
All right.
We'll see if we put that one in the bio. I don't want.
No. We probably should. I actually don't even know if you can find it. There seems to be. Tell me if you think that this is on the money or not. There seems to be a different internet now than there was when we were like getting into college. I feel like the internet now is like a place where nothing is ever really gone and everything is permanent, nothing is private, all that stuff. But I could swear to you that the internet from like 2002 till like 2000 maybe 7, that period of internet was where a lot of stuff was getting shared. But even to this day, there's stuff I can't find anymore.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, because you can find some of those old videos I found, but they're like either there's copies of copies, like it's clearly like, you know, been copied several times and on just some other account. I think it's because some of those videos that we all knew were from sites that don't really exist anymore. Like, I know they still exist, but you know, like E-Bombs World and stuff like that. Remember those sites where they were always kind of pre-Facebook, like just kind of social media collections of just stuff. Pre-Reddit more is kind of what those sites were.
Yeah.
But then a lot of them shuttered and deleted all their stuff. So if it didn't like make it over to YouTube or something, those videos, like some of them did disappear.
Yeah.
Not all great art gets restored.
Honestly, the way in which we've lost games, especially, and certain videos to games? Time. Like, do you remember Shockwave?
That sounds familiar.
So Shockwave Player is I don't even know if they're affiliated, but like on old PCs that only ran Internet Explorer, the basically their version of I guess Adobe. Somebody can correct me in the comments or in an email if I'm wrong, but basically Shockwave was like one of the video players that you had to keep restoring.
I remember Shockwave.
Then Shockwave.com was this site where it was mostly games, like it was Shockwave Games, but then it also had like forums and stuff like that back when chat rooms were big and stuff. And Shockwave Games had some of the best games. Like when I tell you Shockwave Games and Cartoon Network's original site, like we're talking about even before Toonami.
The Cartoon Network site
had games. They had Dragon Ball Z games. They had Bug Juice. No, Disney. Sorry. Disney actually had a website that had a bunch of games on it. This is back when all the networks had their own website with like games based off of their shows. But
they were like fleshed out games too.
Fully fleshed out
thing.
Levels.
They were like they weren't just because now if you see a sponsored game or a crossover thing, it's usually just like an app game and it's the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, it's like a match 3 like whatever.
Match 3 or a Candy Crush ripoff or something like that. It's just something that's rushed. But like they used to make fully fleshed out games. I remember a Cartoon Network game that literally took a couple hours to beat, and it was like a puzzle solving where you like went to different islands and traded things to other characters, and it took a while to beat it. And I'm like, that was a full game.
Let's talk about a game that I never beat. Samurai Jack. on Cartoon Network, they had you as a young Samurai Jack fight everyone he had to fight to become Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
And I was always getting caught up early because I'm not that great at video games. I was getting caught early on the African guy with the sticks.
I don't know Samurai Jack that well. So
okay.
I'll take your word for it.
It's a beautiful show. We should watch it sometime.
I like the guy who made it. Yeah, I've never watched it, but he did another show called Primal.
Wait, you've never watched it?
I've seen like parts of episodes. No, I've never watched Samurai Jack.
Okay, all right.
This is get ready for our Samurai Jack watch podcast.
Yeah. I feel like
Samurai Josh.
Also for the listener, and this is completely serious because I think that this could be a cool thing. For the listener, please write in and let us know what you think or how you would feel about any sort of companion content. Like if we did do like a visual, like audio companion to a bunch of images or like something like that, because that could be a good, fun new thing that we try.
I don't fully know what he means. So yeah, I guess let us
imagine. Okay, so for instance, right?
Yeah.
You could do the entire image collection of an artist's work or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then in the show notes, we're just this image is like, time stamped like this. We talk about this one first, this one second, whatever. And then I think that there could be something fun about, like, let's say we were to watch Rise of the Young Wolf.
Is that a Samurai Jack episode?
Ouch.
What is that?
That is the air hockey documentary that we watched together.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, I think what you're describing is a reaction video.
Kind of like a reaction video, but yeah, in pieces.
I think that's what you're describing is just a more well edited kind of reaction video.
Mm-hmm.
But we could release just a commentary for it. The special commentary. Go watch Rise of the Young Wolf, and here's our commentary track for it.
Oh no!
I like that. Oh, there's a fly.
Yeah.
This one's all over the place. Because first it was art, then Flash games. Then I think we just had a work meeting for a second there.
No, that's my bad. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if it would translate into something worth asking people. But ending the whole thought on reaction video means probably not.
Let's do a reaction video right now. That was a little joke. That was a little joke I did. That one was scared. That one was scared is what that was.
Yeah.
What were we building to with Cartoon Network and Disney Channel websites? Was it just off of how the internet's changed?
Yeah, how the internet's changed and how I can't find those games. Like now that I have the motor skills to beat games, I really wish I could go back and just do what my young, inexperienced hands could not.
Right.
I feel like I got good at video games when I was like 22. Like I finally started putting it all together.
Right.
Because I was decent at some games, but I just didn't have the concentration and the hand-eye coordination for certain games. And then sure enough, at like right around like 23, I'd be chilling with Jacob and we'd play something and I'd be like, oh, it's all clicking somehow now.
But that's deceiving, though, because I feel like I've had it both ways with old games where you go back and then you can just beat it, actually. And I'm kind of like, oh, this is the game I had so much trouble with. But then there are still some old games and I'm like, this is stupid hard.
Yeah.
It's still really hard.
That's how I feel about Tapper. When I watch you play Tapper.
Yeah. Wait, arcade games, though, were designed to be hard because they wanted to just keep putting coins in. So certain arcade games get to a point where you truly just can't win, but they just want you to keep feeding money.
Mm-hmm.
It's to make you feel good enough, but I'm pretty good at Tapper too. Just putting that out there. Just wanted to end on the important point. which is that. I'm pretty good at Tapper. That's a fun one to play because it's got a different controller system. What are we doing now? This is our most tangent-y one, but I think it's because this is the most less pressed for time we've been in a while.
Yeah.
To fit an episode in.
Yeah, this is what happens when we actually have all day to chat.
Yeah. Anything else on art, or should I get the mailbag?
So yeah, you can pick the mailbag while I talk about art museums a little bit more, because I've now been to enough.
Do it.
So okay, I've been to enough now that I have gathered lots of different experiences, and I remember, wow, there was this one woman named Leanne who I can't think of a better word than cornered. She truly and fundamentally cornered me in the abstract expression section of the museum, and was just telling me about her day.
Oh, see, but now this kind of sounds like a Josh Johnson dream come true, though.
You would think so, but not only was her day not good, like, I'm all about getting to know people, in like an organic way or anything. I think it's a different energy when no one wants to hear what you're about to say, and so you corner a person and tell them, because I was like, oh, okay, like she was telling me about how she had to go to court and like all this stuff, and I was like, oh no, well, I hope that works out, and best of luck in your claim. I in my head I'm like, I got nothing for you. Like I don't fully understand, because she was also trying to explain.
Good luck with your claim.
Well, she was trying to explain to me what she was trying to sue for, and I get that. I also didn't get it. So I was like, oh yeah, I guess. But this isn't checking in with a person to get advice. It's also not a time where you're like, I need to air this out to a person for feedback. This is just like, oh man, all right, this guy's by himself. And yeah. And so then, which I really respect this about her, because this is where it becomes your nightmare. So I'm like, oh, well, I hope that everything goes well. And, I even think I said it was great talking to you. And I start to move. And she just follows me. Like, she just follows me and keeps talking. And I didn't think it was an option. Like, I didn't think.
You thought surely she won't come with me.
Because usually when there's someone that's the security of the museum that's like, oh, don't touch the painting or whatever, they're usually confined to an area.
Right, yeah.
But she is leaving her post.
Yeah. Or like that guy at the Barnes Foundation, remember, who was like running laps?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some security guards are free range.
That guy so clearly wanted someone to be arrestable. Like, he was just.
Yeah, he was just walking in circles, getting his steps in.
Yeah, and some of it was
it's not a big place.
It's not a big place, and some of it was like, we would see him in a different room going in the direction he was just in. Like, does he know where he's going? Like, it seemed like he was lost and he didn't want to admit it to anyone.
It seemed like it was going to be very easy for him to knock someone over into like all of the antique furniture that was there.
Yeah, imagine your whole head going through a Matisse because the security guard is like trying to find the bathroom and simply can't, but doesn't want to ask someone who doesn't work there where the bathroom is.
Yeah. It's his first day. He's nervous, trying to walk off the nerves.
Yeah, but no.
So how long did this security guard at this other museum follow you?
I truly.
We're still dating.
I truly can't even imagine the amount of time that it was. It felt like for half the time I was there, and I was there for like 4 hours.
See, that's what you get.
Yeah.
See, that's why sometimes I'm kind of like, maybe I need to be more open to experiences like Josh. And then I'm kind of like,
yeah.
It's nice that people don't really talk to me.
And some of it, I will say, some of it did seem unfair to her. There were a couple of instances where I was like, yeah, you should probably, like, now I am rooting for you in your suit, you know? But then also, like, her back, it was like, it was just, she was, yeah.
What about her back?
She was just talking about how her back always hurts, but then they give her the upstairs, and she's like, I really want the downstairs, so I don't have to go up the stairs for my back. But, you know, to be fair, I only have to go up the stairs twice in my shift. And I was just like, man, like, she was complaining to me so much, it felt like family.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's, if you're going to follow someone around at your job to talk to them, like, bring something, man.
Yeah.
Make up some stuff. Make up how old those pillars are. Do something. Don't just be like, a little bit of creak, a little bit of ache in my back there.
Yeah.
But I have to use it, you know, walking and standing.
And she'd be like, oh, I like this one. That was the other thing that she did that cracked me up. She'd be like, I really like this one. I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, as if I'm not seeing everything for the first time.
Right.
And then she was like, we're not supposed to comment on what we like and don't like unless you ask us. So ask me which one I don't like. And I was like, what? And she was like, ask me which one I don't like. And I was like, you know, it's just us in here. Like, this is like a slow day.
That's some great mom energy.
I had like a
there.
club date on the Thursday. And so I'm just there during a Thursday. So there's almost no one in the entire museum. And she's like, ask me which one. And I was like, are we on camera or something? She's like, just ask me which one I don't like. And I was like, fine, which one do you not like? And she was like, that one. And she pointed to the one behind me. And she was like, it looks like, she leaned in to say, it looks like poo.
Got him. You got him, Doris.
Yeah. Get
him. Ask me which one I don't like. I like that. Well, should we wrap up this very culture-filled episode with our mailbag?
I mean, not only should we wrap it up, we should probably cut 15 minutes of it.
We'll see. For the video portion, my camera is no longer recording for some reason. I guess the card's full, even though it was empty. I don't know. So just for the remainder of the video, my half will just have that Jesus painting. I'll just go ahead. So you'll see Josh and then that terribly restored. It'll be great. It'll just be you looking at it too, be like, uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Let's open up the mailbag. We may only have time for this one because I have a feeling we might be able to dig into it a little bit. But this is from, they've signed it anonymous, so I will leave it anonymous. But the title is VeggieTales Sex Talk. So just absorb that title for a second. What's up, J-Lo? I want to start off and say I appreciate the elements both of you bring to the show. You guys remind me of my younger sister and I. I should have been kidnapped by now, and my sister is the Logan that humbles me. Okay, there we go. I think it's a good definition of our roles. We all grow up with preconceived connotations. As someone who mainly grew up in Minnesota, I was always taught to shudder and dramatically act disgusted when someone says Iowa. Then I went to college in Nebraska, which culturally we do the same thing, but also comment on how bad their corn is. It makes me laugh when Logan rips on his state too, because it makes me think, who actually likes Iowa? Real quick, I know I'm from Iowa. It's my home. And yeah, I rip it a little bit, but, Minnesota and Nebraska can go eat a fat one. Nebraska is the more boring Iowa, and that's saying something. Anyway, he's getting into some Midwest rivalries. Hey, they brought it up. Okay. I have 2 young kids, and as someone who likes to stress about things very far in the future, I was hoping you guys could help me prepare for the question. I married into a very religious family. My oldest was born a year and a half before our wedding and conceived within 7 months of our relationship. I feel like that's an unnecessary information for this question. But what is the most watered down, VeggieTale friendly answer you can think of? So I believe this is the sex talk. This one, it wants it to be so clean they didn't even really say sex. Just the talk.
It would actually be so.
Or is it the talk about being born out of wedlock? Is that the talk?
I can't fully tell, but it's very fitting that you're now that poorly drawn Jesus as you asked me to hold
it. Yeah, I didn't realize I was going to thematically line up so well. Okay, so is that, you think that's the talk?
Maybe, yeah.
Was being born before, because C's 7 months into our relationship?
Yeah. I guess so. If you don't know, I don't know.
That's the information I have. When I first read it, I thought it was just like the sex talk. But now I'm wondering, is it about that? Let me just read this again. I have 2 young kids, and as someone who likes to stress about things very far in the future, I was hoping you guys could help me prepare for the question. I married into a very religious family. My oldest was born a year and a half before our wedding and conceived within 7 months of our relationship. What is the most watered-down, VeggieTale-friendly answer you can think of? So the question is not posed. The question is implied, but then the follow-up information makes me think it's a different question.
Okay, so I'm just going to answer it as if it's the talk. So
the sex talk?
Yeah. So
okay.
When a cucumber
7 months after a mommy and daddy meet.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, 2 years.
Yeah, when a cucumber and a tomato are very much in love, they decide to make a salad. And what's a salad without some seeds? Oh. I don't know. So then what's a salad without some seeds? So then
remember, you're saying this to a painting of Jesus.
So then you have to plant the seed to get the fruits and vegetables to grow so that you can have new veggies for your salad. I feel like that's pretty good because even VeggieTales doesn't cover it. Like I'm wading into waters that have been uncharted by even VeggieTales.
That's true, and here's why I think the VeggieTales angle is what causes a problem here, because what has happened to those veggies to make a salad is that they were all brutally murdered. You got to chop them up, so that's sending a mixed signal already.
Yeah.
Now we've just created a confusing bedtime story to scare children.
You know what? Yeah, that's my bad.
No. I think that was a good. No, actually, honestly, I've never heard the salad metaphor, and I think it actually kind of works. Seed's got a double connotation that I don't love, but sometimes you just want some seed. No, I like that. That's better than, honestly, that's better than most sex talks, I think, what you just did. Because there was no bim bims and woo woos and whatever else that people try to use to replace body parts. I think you actually did. I thought we were going to need to really work this out. I think you nailed it in one.
That's very kind.
What was that? Was that a fly?
No, it was a mosquito in here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
your body language got so weird there.
So, we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, Josh Johnson on Twitter, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok and YouTube, where we post clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into the mailbag to ask us perplexing questions, vegetable-themed questions, you can email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. And if you want some of our bonus art, I'll call it, go on over to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show, where we have bonus podcasts and some video stuff and access to live shows and old live show replays. And speaking of live shows, Josh and I will be performing together next week in Phoenix, Arizona, September 15th and 16th. So if you look down in the episode bio, you'll see tickets there, or a ticket link there, along with the links to whatever confusing visual aids we are also putting with this episode. This is new territory for us. This is untreaded water for us.
Yeah, and we hope you like it.
I like it. Or uncharted water. Untreaded. You don't tread water. I guess, can you?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be.
Yes, but it's frowned upon.
Yeah. Charter the water.
Charter it. It's probably smarter to charter it.
Please make it loud for Josh Johnson!
One thing that is very fun about being in Pittsburgh is your sort of singleness in fandom. The way that you love the Steelers, right? The way that you, yeah. And I saw this story about a woman whose husband sadly passed, and to commemorate him, she kept his Steelers tattoo. I'm glad we're on the same page. Because initially when I saw it, I was like, what? Yeah, no, kept the Steelers tattoo, and it's like in a little. And then in the article, she was like, yes, we kept the tattoo. No, we don't think it's weird. And I was like, I figured you didn't think it was weird. Seems like it was your idea. That would be wild if you were sitting there holding the plaque like, I can't believe they let us do this. This is... little odd, right? And look, I don't know. Wow. Like when I saw it, I was like, because also, look, I'm not gonna linger on it too long, but it was a big tattoo, so I don't even know what that is. That back? Is that arm? Is that, you know what I mean? And maybe this is something that the husband would have loved. Maybe he's like, yeah, keep it, put it in the living room, right? I don't know. I also don't know how hauntings work, but I imagine I do imagine having some of my skin means I'm gonna stop by. If anybody ever kept some of my neck, I think I'd be like, we have to have a discussion. Poltergeist or not, I'm coming over, we're talking about it. You know, you already have to be careful in people's houses because you never know who got the urn on the mantle or something like that. I don't know why they don't sell urns with like a lock on it. Every urn I've ever come across just been ready to be opened like a cup of sugar. We gotta start making urns harder to spill. You know what I mean? I've been in people's houses where they got, whether it's like a family member or the pet, they got the urn on like a mantle or a bookshelf, and I'm like, that's a little high. If it falls, they will be everywhere. And it does sort of, I don't know. It does taint the memory a little bit if this urn fall and now you gotta Dyson him up. And then put him back in a new urn with whatever was on the carpet. Just something to think about, baby. Literally, just even McDonald's cups are harder to spill. Just something with a twist lock, something. Because let's be honest, unless you spread in the ashes, you never need the ashes. You know? It's not like you hiding something in the ashes and then you're gonna open up the urn, pull out the Glock. Like that'd be a wild home invasion. That'd be imagine you're, let's say somebody, goodness forbid, but let's say somebody broke in your house or something like that, and then they've got you and the family held hostage, and maybe you did something to them. Maybe you're a healthcare CEO, right? And so then they got you tied up with your family and everything, and it's like, look, I'm sorry, all right? And they're like, sorry is not enough, you about to go. It's like, okay. All right, I get that, but okay, but a long time ago, my wife passed, and I always said that, like, whenever I go, I'd like to go with her, and she's right there. Intruder gonna be like, over there? Yeah, she's on the fourth shelf. Fourth shelf next to Great Expectations. If I could just like hold her, I'll just, small kindness. Let me hold her while you bow. You know? The intruder's like, okay, go ahead. Go get her. Thanks, honey. No, it's just, it's wild. Because now that mantle just, it's like in a frame. And I guess they're gonna put it on the wall. That seemed just as precarious as any urn. Imagine you having a house party. And somebody bumped the frame, it fall. Now you getting yelled at, you knocked over daddy. Everybody does things differently, and some people very differently. But once again, I don't know. I don't know if he would have loved this sort of thing, you know? But it'd be crazy to think he might be looking down like, ugh. But in case he loves this sort of thing, and in case he can hear us on 3, I'd love all of you to join me in a Go Steelers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Hopefully that will stop me from being haunted. In my life, I've had a lot of roommates, and it's funny because, like, I don't know, I've talked about this before, but like, roommates is like extra family because you're poor. You don't exactly bunk up with a stranger because things are going well. Every roommate I've ever had has been out of necessity. And you just gotta get used to it. But it's crazy because people, the way that people are roommates is usually a clue into how they lived before, like how they were raised potentially. Maybe they were raised to act differently than they're acting as roommates, and this is them out on their own for the first time, rebelling against all these rules they had at home when they were, younger. That's the most charitable way to put it. Like, I think mostly a lot of people are insane. And there's nothing like having like a messy or lunatic roommate, and then maybe you do become friends though. Maybe you're friends, maybe you're friendly. And then you go visit them at their house and you see that it's pretty much the same. This person is wild through and through. I had a roommate that, there would be some nights where he would sleep in the bathtub. He had a bed, he had a mattress, he had pillows. But he said he would sleep in the bathtub because it felt more normal to him when he would wake up from a night terror. And I was like, I don't know how you find that out. That means this man had night terrors and tried every room before he went tub. And that was a tough roommate to have because, I would go to bed at a regular time, even a little late because, we're young and everything. We're in college, and then I would just know I can't go to the bathroom for the rest of the night. No, I can't. I'm gonna have to hold it until he wakes up, and what would normally be distressing, you know, sleeping peacefully, and then hearing from the bathroom, is only made a relief, because then I know, okay, he's up, I can go. A lot of people in America worry about terrorism. This is a top concern for some people, and it just depends, mostly, to me at least, on when you were born, you know? And I think that within this understanding of terrorism, there are many different definitions, you know? One definition is someone who stokes fear and anxiety for the purpose of fear and anxiety in their enemies. And there's a lot of talk of terrorism or potential terrorism. People get called terrorists all the time, and there are some people that want to equate terrorism to one specific group, one specific religion. But I know that there are terrorists, but the terrorists that I'm talking about, they have no religion. The terrorists that I'm talking about, the terrorists that I believe already live in the U.S., they don't have some God that they call to for their purpose of doing what they do. They just do it to stoke fear and anxiety. I'm talking about people who put an empty box of cereal back on the shelf. These people have no place in our society, all right? I had a roommate. Last straw for me was this man. I bought some Cheerios, and I bought it for the group. We all eating out here. And so then I go to grab the Cheerios, and I'm excited, I'm hungry. And I go to grab the Cheerios, and there's a certain feeling. Anyone who's been a victim of what I'm talking about will know the feeling. It is a weightlessness of despair. You go to grab what you think might even be a half-full box of cereal, and in your attempt to grab it, you put too much energy, too much force into your shoulder, into your arm, into your hand. And when you put that force into your shoulder and your arm and your hand, and you grab the box of cereal and you go to lift it up, you hit the top of the cabinet. Because there's nothing in there. And not only is there nothing in there, what's been left is crumbs. And the sound of crumbs is the jingle bells of poverty, all right? I've never felt poorer than when I hear crumbs. Hearing crumbs is right out of Oliver Twist. Crumbs is what Charles Dickinson wrote all his best work to. I didn't even think I could hear crumbs. Oh, but they have a sound. It's a mix between bread particles bouncing off each other and then a whisper. It's in a moment. It's something that almost can't be identified. And it's the whisper of those crumbs, the same way that you could split atoms or you could collide particles and make an entire boom, a bang, a nuclear bomb, and a hydrogen bomb. The banging together of these bread particles makes one singular noise, and it is the universe telling you from a point of almost quantum physics, bouncing the particles off each other, that you're poor. It's the sound of poor. Wouldn't you love to say yum? You'll never say it. You're too poor. These are crumbs. If you've ever in your life, out of necessity, not out of deliciousness, had to pour crumbs into your mouth, only in the Bible do I imagine this level of thirst for food. You might as well be in the desert. Even if you are in your Pittsburgh apartment, you might as well be in the desert if you are opening your mouth, letting it hang while an entire bag while a bag of crumbs slides and floats to your mouth. Because the crumbs that are sliding into your mouth from this bag, they have no Christianity. These crumbs are there to embarrass you. They're there to make you look and feel poor while you pour them into your mouth. Maybe that's where we get the word poor from. And maybe that's where we get the other word poor from, because you have to pour these into your mouth while you feel like the poorest person that has ever lived. And the bag is stiff because it's that hard, semi-soft plastic that they only make cereal bags out of. And because of that, it's got a lot of ridges. It's got a lot of things that the crumbs can slide and get caught up on, you know? It's a lot like when you try to get water to a new place and the water is working its way through the canyon, but it doesn't know where to go yet. It's being pushed by the other water. And this gravity that's pulling down the crumbs to your mouth has the crumbs rushing at you from all angles. Even when you try to pinch the bag, you try to pinch the bag to give yourself some dignity. You try to pinch it and straighten it up to make a funnel for your mouth, because this is all you have. Crumbs is all you have. Crumbs is your life. And so you make it as straight as possible. You slide it down. Only when you are making a paper plane do you have this level of intent as you straighten something out. You straighten it out as much as possible, and then you dip it into your mouth, and still the ridges find a way. Because the devil is busy. Oh, the devil is hard at work trying to make you look and feel poor, even if you're alone in the room. You pour the crumbs, they're rushing from all angles, skiing down the plastic to your mouth. But then something happens. You don't know if it's in the middle of the bag or it's at the very edge, because some bags, depending on what cereal you get, have smooth tops and some have ridged tops, okay? That's going to be important, because if it's a smooth top, the crumbs will slide out. If there's ridges right at the top, that means that the crumbs have one last giddy up before they get to your mouth. And so then not only do they giddy up, but you are looking for the food. You'd at least like to see what you're eating. And so you're looking down the bag, and the crumbs are like, we can go anywhere. We could go in your mouth, we could go up your nose, but we love to go in your eyes. And so then you're standing there with crumbs in your mouth and in your eyes and down your face and down your shirt, because as soon as they got in your eyes, they stung, because crumbs are sharp. You might as well juggle knives over your open eyes. You know what that feels like? To be Do you know what that feels like, to have to dig Cinnamon Toast Crunch out your eyes? Every cereal sharp. Every cereal is sharp. And so I remember I was a victim of terrorism. I took my crumbs like a man. But then I confronted my roommate. I said, hey, I know what you did. You know what you did. I don't know why you did it. I feel like I've been very respectful. I feel like we have a good rapport. I don't know why you would engage in such a vicious attack against my Saturday. And he was like, what? I was like, you know what? Because he did know what. Because without me saying anything else, he was like, look. I put it back, but there was some in there. And I said, some crumbs? He's like, no, there was Cheerios in there. And then I thought, okay, maybe I've made a mistake. Maybe I have accused the wrong roommate, because I have more than one. And so then I walked to the kitchen with him, because the bag and the box were laying on the ground, because I obviously had to run to the bathroom and wash my eyes out of the very sharp cereal. And at this time, first of all, I need to go back. This is the second time this had happened, all right? And so first time was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then the next time it was Cheerios. That's my mistake. And so then he was like, there was some in there, and then we walk over, and the bag and the box are strewn on the floor like a crime scene. Because I had to drop them immediately. I also got Cheerio in my eye. And I was like, there was nothing. And you know there was nothing because it was only crumbs. And now the crumbs are in me and on me. And then he's like, no, there was something left. I was like, what left? And he was like, there was one Cheerio. And I was like, now I know. You might as well be Osama bin Laden, because the fact that there was one Cheerio you chose to not eat and leave means you're out of your mind. And then I looked, and sure enough, there was one Cheerio on the ground. One Cheerio. A single Cheerio. Like a British person saying goodbye. Obviously, I didn't kill him. I'm here with you now, but I thought about it. I struggled a lot, growing up, even into like early adulthood, with an opinion of myself, with like body image and everything. It's very difficult sometimes for any young person to believe, if they don't already believe, that they are lovable or that they are good in just the way that they are. Basically, that they are enough. You're still working on yourself. There's still things you want to do with your life. You got your whole life ahead of you, but there's nothing extra you have to do to be worth anything, And it's a hard thing to convince someone of who doesn't believe it. I wish more people believed it. If you saw yourself the way that the people that love you see you, what a beautiful world that would be, And it's not as if love isn't poured into and on these people, showered with praise when something goes right. Not everyone gets it, but even for the people that do, they still struggle with body image, they still struggle with confidence. And then for the people who should have people that they look up to, maybe not giving them any of that, either being indifferent to them or actively hurting their confidence. sometimes even when you have those positive forces in your life, you still don't accept it in a way that would help boost your confidence. You're like, she loves me, but that's like my mom. She biased. And I know for me, I spent a ton of time trying to work on myself in different ways. Some things that I actually needed, some things that built me up, and some things that were maybe a little bit unnecessary, you know? I really struggled to look at myself in any positive way until I got really fit. Like in my head, really, really fit. I should look like I saw other guys and I thought I should look like that. I should look like a version of that, at least, you know? And never mind that I'm looking at dudes who have been on their own journey or struggle with their own confidence, or maybe get a little extra help to look the way that they look. I don't know. And I was never trying to be like insanely huge. I joke about being like ripped and real big, but honestly, I don't have the frame for it. Truly, I'm not tall enough to be wide. Yeah, I mean, no matter how big my shoulders got, I'd start to just be in the way. Like, it looks good in the picture when you're flexing and you've got all the muscles and they're all defined and everything, but then practically in life, it does start to be a problem when you're trying to walk through a door. You don't want to be on a date and see a door and go, uh-oh. How do we handle this? You know, because the shoulders, the hips, they're all wide and muscular, but that door frame, oof, making all of them standard. I can't believe they're doing this. And then you're holding hands, you get to the door, and you're like, you first. You look like you being a gentleman, you know. Please go ahead. And then she walks through the door with ease, and you now have to figure something out. You're standing on the opposite side of the door, and you're like, oh, okay. As soon as you strained, you let her know this isn't going to be the life for her. I never wanted to be huge. I just wanted to be very, very fit, you know? And I worked on it with some success, with less success. But even when I started to work out, I realized that wasn't really the issue. Now I was going to the gym, and I was eating as much as possible, and I was gaining a little bit of weight. Not much. And I was like fighting to keep looking this certain way. And I finally accepted that, like, even if I got there, maybe I wouldn't be happy. And I even discovered that through other people who I knew were there. People who I wanted to look like that were in my life, you know? And they still had all the same problems I did. And I would go to the gym and I'd see people packed in there fighting to look a certain way so they could feel a certain way. And there is a bit of a cheat code. You could try to work on feeling the way without having to fully change your entire body. You know, you don't have to earn loving yourself through like straining and potentially hurting yourself, you know? Like there's some things that there's some things that go and be lifted in therapy, you know? Like it's just And but I remember I would see these workouts, and sometimes you see people get creative. There are a couple machines that are pretty straightforward. You sit down, you want to row, you put your feet here, and you pull. And that's the exercise right here. This is just what you do, and you do it for your back. You know, you work a little biceps in there too, and maybe if you're trying to work more of the back, you can lean forward a little, lean back a little with the pull. You know, I saw a guy sit down like normal, and then put his feet in. And I'm not gonna lie, I stopped. I was like, this is about to be awesome. This man, I don't know what muscle it works out. It seems like it just ruins your joints, but he went, Just make sure it's clear. And it looked like it felt like it sounded. This man did 8 sets of 10. And I watched the whole thing. Oh, there was even a time where I went to the gym and, you know, I was working out my legs differently. You know, I was doing some lunges, I was doing some like split squats and everything. Not much weight, but just trying to make sure that I worked out my legs, because there are some people that in all that self-consciousness and all of that wanting to build up for yourself, your body and your image, they still only work on the glamour muscles. They forget the base. They forget their core sometimes, and they definitely forget their legs. And we've been told since we were children that the legs are important. We've been told in many different ways. We've been told by PE teachers. We've been told by coaches. We've been told by parents. We've been told by cartoons. There's an entire cartoon dedicated to people who skip leg day. Johnny Bravo was trying to warn us for our entire childhood how important leg day is. That's not a structure you want. You don't want to have more hair than... So I was working out my legs, and so I'm packed into this gym with a bunch of other people, which is, look, it's very frustrating because this gym was unfortunately affordable. So a lot of people were in there, you know, and I was one of them. And I was hopeful, you know, sometimes they sell memberships all year and they're counting on people not to go. The way the gym structures are built out, it's so that you get all of these people here, but they're signed up, they don't actually show up. And so a gym is able to run fairly efficiently as long as like 1/10 of the people who are members show up at a time. if everybody showed up that was a member of the gym, if everybody started to really decide to work on themselves, it would look a lot like TSA. Be very little movement. The only way to work out would be passing the weights, just you can have some. And while I was in the gym, packed in there with everybody else, there was a fire alarm that went off and some smoke that we saw. And, you know, I didn't see any fire, but 2 out of 3 signs isn't bad. And so there were only 2 exits, which in retrospect was a horrible thing. Like, you could only get out through the elevator, which you're not going to take during a fire, or the stairs. And so people started clamoring for the stairs. And this is where the real fitness test began. Because there were some people that were out in a flash, but then there were other people who had been working out. So they used all their fire running strength on the treadmill. So now they see that the fire alarm is going off and there's smoke, and they hop off the treadmill and they're like, oh no. And then there were other people, what I would assume people who were a bit out of their mind, that even treated the running out of the gym like a workout. There was one lady literally still looking at her watch going, and then there was me, who had been doing leg day. Tried to make my way out as fast as I could, but honestly, if I could brag on myself for a second, I had gone pretty hard. You know, I had a PR and everything, and a PR is what you don't want to have when it's time to run. Because I put the weight down, I saw everybody running out, and I made my way for the exit, and I could not stop jiggling. Like every... And yeah, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you have to evacuate for a fire, but nobody moves like there's a fire. Even as you're going downstairs to like get out of the building that has smoke in it that is like clearly, at least seemingly on fire, you still get people that do that thing that people do when they get to the top of the stairs, where now that they're clear, they just enjoy their day. If you've ever been in a walkway, there are people who can't wait. At the beginning of the stairs, they can't wait to get up there. And then as soon as they get up there, as soon as they are past the last step, they're like, oh, yes. As if there's not a ton of people behind them. And so I'm noticing as I'm shaking and jiggling down the steps, how slow people are going down the steps. And so people do start to scream like, hey, hurry, move it, you know, fire. And then we get outside, and it was next to the door. One of the reasons everybody was slowing up was that same lady was out front near the door, just like next to the door, just run. Like, you still got the rest of the world to run. What are you waiting for? If you're waiting for your gym buddy, you left him. You left him to die. It's funny because I was watching the news and I saw this, can't really call it a debate, it was more of a screaming match. But it was on CNN. And on CNN, okay. found the one person that works at CNN, and that's... Man, I've never heard anybody clap for CNN like that. Yeah. What is that? Now, to be fair, though, look. To be fair, we don't know where our friend is from, and CNN abroad is actually substantially better. Like, when you watch CNN and you're in like France or something, it is actually like engaging programming. That we really are the only ones that do CNN the way we do CNN. Like, as an example, when you travel the world, McDonald's is still fast food. We're the only ones that made it poison. You know, every other country, they just say what happened on the news. They just tell you. They're like, oh yeah, no, then these people came, and then the other people came, and then the first people left, and then the second group of people left. It's really mostly in the US where you watch news and it's like, chaos in the streets! Like every news segment is cutting a promo for a horror movie. I was watching CNN and I saw where Jillian Michaels was on there in a debate that she seemed to have started, and they were talking about changes to the Smithsonian and how art and culture shifts between who has the power to dictate how the exhibits are written, who the exhibits are of, and everything. And Jillian Michaels was like, it's so unfair that slavery in this country only gets blamed on one race. Look, as outrageous as that is genuinely funny. Like, look, I'm not gonna tell anybody how to feel, but if you heard the words I said, that Jillian said, and you immediately got angry, I would ask you to take a step back. I'm not going to tell you how to feel. You can be angry if you want to be angry, because it is a very short-sighted, ignorant thing to say, but that's precisely why it's so funny. It is absolutely hilarious. But the best way I can describe why this is funny is when I was a kid, I would be at home alone for about 3 hours. I would get off, from school. I would do practice, and then I would get home and I'd be alone for about 3 hours, right? So for 3 hours, I was the only person in the house. And one day, I was just walking through the house. I was eating something. I think I was like eating some Easy Mac and walking, not paying attention where I was going. And I knocked over this vase. And it was a vase that my mom loved, right? And so it smashes on the ground. And I genuinely didn't know what to do, because I was like, man, I'm going to be in a huge amount of trouble. I need to think of something. And in my head, I was like, what should I do? Should I call my mom now and be like, hey, when you get home, you will want to beat me. But I feel like if I tell you now and you're going to be like on shift for another half hour, and then just the concern, because I never call you, I'm hoping the concern that you have that I am calling you you'll be so relieved that I'm alive, that I'm not dead, you'll want to kill me less. You know, because having that coworker be like, it's your son, you know what I mean? And then have you be like, oh, what, my baby? And then I tell you what I'm about to tell you, and then you're like, oh, I'm just so glad you're still with us that I would hate to make it so you were not, right? That was one thought. Then the other thought was, look, I've given this whole having a family thing a good run. Maybe I dip right now. Maybe I leave home right now. And then the third thing, which is what I did do, was nothing. I went to my room and played some video games for what felt like might be the last time in a long time. And then my mom got home. I remember all the noises of her getting home. I remember the like screen door, and then the lock, and then the lock turning, and then the deadbolt turning, and then her walking in, the screen door shutting behind her, her shutting the door, her locking the door and the deadbolt. Again, every footstep from the front door to the kitchen, because she missed it at first. And then every footstep after the kitchen back into the living room where I heard my name. And not my name the way you know it, my full legal name. You know what they put on your death certificate or before a parent kills you? My full legal name. And then I walk in and my mom is like, what happened? What is this? And then I said, oh, you just gonna blame it on me? Wow, wow. Maybe I was in there playing video games the entire time. Maybe somebody broke it and left. Maybe I'm lucky to be alive right now. You're just gonna immediately blame me because I was the only one here. You're just gonna blame me because it looks like it was me. And that's kind of what Jillian Michaels was doing with the whole, like... Yeah, that's kind of what she was doing. Can't believe you would just blame it on one race of people. And it's so funny, too, because when it comes to history like that, there are always these bad actors that try to pull the thinnest straw man out of the woodwork, you know? There'll always be that person. There was a guy, I don't actually remember his name, and this is before slavery in the U.S. was more based on race and before more people were shipped to the U.S. There was a dude that I've read about that apparently was of African descent, and he came over and he had about 2 or 3 slaves. And one of those slaves was seemingly of the Caucasian persuasion. And whether this thing is true or a myth, I've heard it my entire life when referencing slavery, that there was one black guy who had a white slave. And I'm like, look, even if that's true, that's not what it's known for. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just picking and choosing how you present an entire idea. And it makes sense to me that someone like Jillian Michaels would say something like this. She is from a reality TV show. She's known for the show The Biggest Loser. Yeah, that's who she is, that coach from The Biggest Loser. You know, the nice one. The Biggest Loser was a show, I don't think it's still on the air anymore, so if you're not familiar with the show, it was a show where they would bring on people who were overweight, struggling with image and everything, and they would help them lose weight by making them do slavery.
knocking.